saw the Stormy Daniels interview. I thought that he fucked her a lot. I didn't know he just fucked her one time.
One time.
Did you realize that was only one time he fucked her? I had no idea.
I thought it was a whole thing going on for a
An
while.
affair.
Yeah. I guess they made it seem so the relationship went on for a year.
But he knew her. He dumped one load in her.
But he didn't put it in, except for the one time. He wanted to do more.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he ran into her a year later, and they hung out, and nothing
Watched the
happened.
fucking Sharks.
Yeah, and she wouldn't fuck him.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, here's something I really... We could listen to some clips from the
let's
interview.
listen to a few clips.
But I really didn't like that, like, she was making it clear, right? She started off by saying that she's not a victim, that this is not a Me Too thing, that all that. And I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that should be clarified. But then she really, like, emphasized that she did not want to have sex with him, but she did anyway. And I was like, come on.
Yeah, but right after that, she did say, I'm not. I think she was more like people would say, how could you fuck Trump?
Right. And she was trying to save face there. But
Yeah, you banged him.
Yeah,
Right, you're in his hotel room, you have dinner together, and you spanked him with the magazine, and then you go in the bathroom, you don't think anything's going on. Then, I guess this is going down.
And
She knew why
have
she
to
was.
fuck him. She
You
didn't
know
go,
why you're in a billionaire's hotel,
Right.
Yeah.
And she spanked him with the magazine before, like, he wasn't hitting on her.
No,
And
and that
she's-
move is he's 60 at the time. She's 27. He's got a hot young chick in his room.
It looks like
and she
his
goes, "Oh,
daughter."
somebody should spank me, spank you with this." He goes, "Yeah," and he just pulls his hands halfway down and does it just to be silly,
Right.
Because you know what I mean. Because he's like, "All right, if I show him kind of fun, maybe she'll fuck me," and that's exactly what he's thinking at that moment.
How many silly billionaires show their ass but they don't want to get laid? It just never happens.
Right.
Never happens.
And how many and how many porn stars go to silly billionaires' room and go like, "Oh, why don't you let me spank you with this magazine?" And be like, "Oh, I didn't know you wanted sex,"
And then
like,
be
that's not-
shocked.
Right. Of course not. So I didn't. I
didn't
get-
like that she pretended she was surprised.
Right.
Like, stop.
Yeah, walk
You
out.
knew
Oh,
it.
yeah, you're a porn star, and like, oh, this guy's in my room. And I already spanked him, but like, oh, now he's gonna have sex. Oh, I guess I got to do this. She didn't have to.
I put myself in a bad situation. It's not a bad situation.
You could have just said no.
Yeah,
You could have
Yeah,
walked
it's-
out. It's
right.
Trump. He's not gonna fucking.
And don't act like it's a bad. What do you mean a bad? What's a bad situation about it? You decided that you were going to do that, and that's fine.
Personally, and I'll never be able to prove it. I still speculate
Mm-hmm.
that there was an exchange that neither one of them can ever admit.
Bodily fluids.
No,
What kind of exchange?
money.
that's my
You believe
speculation.
that?
100%.
Okay.
I believe it, but
Right.
she can't say it, and he'll never come out and say it.
You think it was more than just like he bought her some gifts? You think that there was actual money exchanged, in your opinion?
My opinion,
Yeah.
100%.
Well,
I
didn't
see.
she say that he offered her money and she said no?
No, I think that
don't
was the
know.
other one.
That was the other one.
That was
okay.
the Playboy one.
Something tells me that she's trying to protect herself from that, but I have a feeling that he probably handed her money. I mean, it's just a guess.
Right. He probably just said, "Look, I got $5,000. Why don't you come out to my room?"
Or maybe
We'll have fun.
you know what? Maybe he didn't because he said I'll try to get on Celebrity Apprentice. Maybe that was what he used as his bargaining tool. I don't know. Maybe that was why she banged him.
Let's listen to some of these clips and figure it out.
Yeah, there was a pretty good interview. I thought Anderson Cooper was fair.
I thought he was too. I thought it was a good interview. If I was Jimmy Kimmel, I'd be fucking furious. But
Why?
He got nothing out of her.
because she
Oh,
went
right,
on
yeah,
she
his
wouldn't even
show.
admit she did porn to fucking Kimmel. That's a fucking shit interview.
Real or fake, I won't say. I won't say. It's a terrible interview. Yeah, play the first clip. They were talking about the spanking incident that we were just talking about. This was on 60 Minutes last night.
It started off all about him, just talking about himself. And he's like, have you seen my new magazine?
He was showing you his own picture on the cover of the magazine.
Right. And so I was like, does this normally work for you? And he looked very taken back, like he didn't really understand what I was saying. Like, does just talking about yourself normally work? And I was like, someone should take that magazine and spank you with it. And I'll never forget the look on his face. And he was like,
What was the look?
just, I don't think anyone's ever spoken to him like that, especially, a young woman who looked like me. And I said, give me that. And I just remember going, you wouldn't. I was like, hand it over. And so he did. And I was like, turn around, drop him.
Right,
You
so
told
right
Donald
there,
Trump
she's
to
telling him to pull his pants down. She's saying, I'm going to spank you. She's saying,
And she's being flirty before that.
of course she is.
Yeah.
From the minute she goes, does that usually work for you? That's like a signal to being like, because I know what we're doing here.
Yeah, exactly. And again, but she's not claiming to be a victim, but it was just a little annoying to
Yeah.
stop acting like, oh boy, this is what he wants. You knew what he wanted. It's
He's-
okay.
Like Trump, from her perspective, she has no right to say that Trump is any kind of a villain in this scenario.
He's just a guy with a dick.
Right, that's it.
Well, Trump's a little more interesting than her. Maybe that's why he was talking about himself.
You think so?
You know what I mean? She just did a porno movie with some dude that she doesn't know. And Trump's putting skyscrapers up in New York City, so he might be a little more interesting.
You think so?
Yeah, the conversation might be a little more
Then
geared
again,
towards
dude,
him.
she had 2 dicks in her ass the night before. That's a story I'd like to hear.
That's true.
That's
You
more
know.
interesting than building code talk. But yeah, I know another. We had Victoria Zdrok on years ago on
Dr.
Dr.
Z.
Z on. She's a Penthouse fortune
Yeah, I know.
Playboy.
I used to do a radio show with her. Yeah.
Oh, you know, she's
Yeah.
fucking very sexy. But she said that she went out with Trump one time, or they hung out. I don't know if they fucked or just were friendly. But she said he talked about himself a lot. I guess that's what he does.
Yeah. He likes
Yeah,
him.
no.
He does like him.
Yeah, and look, he has the magazine in his room. Hey, look, I'm on the cover. Of course, whatever he's doing, whatever he has to do.
Whatever a guy would do.
I have an Emmy. It's on my nightstand. When I get a chick in the room, it's my closer. It's my
What do
Mariana
you-
Rivera.
what do you have an Emmy for?
And inside the NFL.
Oh, right.
I worked in there
Well,
one
I thought it
year.
was going to be Crank Yankers, and I was like,
I
what?
have,
thought
I have
that
the
too.
puppet hanging too, whatever I got to do.
So
I've done the special ed voice to fuck a girl back in the day.
that's what I was going to ask
Have you really?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, she was like 21 and I was like 35, and absolutely. So will you do that? Of course.
Yeah, I love doing that voice.
Of
Yeah.
course. I'll do that.
Just give her, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
You should have
embarrassed?
done it
or you didn't
No,
care?
I wasn't embarrassed at all.
You should have done it. Should have done it while you were fucking her, just to really
No, I
teach her.
did. That's
you
what
did.
she wanted me to do when I was
She
I was
wanted to
fucking
fuck
her.
special ed,
Yeah, while I was fucking her, she said I wanted to do the voice.
and you
I
didn't
did.
mind.
No.
You know, it's funny. I've done special ed.
Because I knew I was like, all right, I'm 13 years old, or this is what I got to do. I
Right.
danced with a fucking girl at a Drake cell phone song fucking 6 months ago.
No,
Think
you
I wanted to
didn't.
do that in the bedroom?
You used to call me on my cell phone. You were
one
dancing.
of the worst songs ever.
Can we hit a little of that?
5 times in a row.
Hotline bling.
Also, I was thinking if Jim Norton saw me dancing, he'd be fucking laughing.
I'd be very upset.
What were you dancing like? Like just like
Yeah,
Holding her
because she
just
was
like-
into it, and she's like, "Oh, this song," and
and you were in your room?
yeah, in the hotel room.
It
Yeah,
would be fun. It would be funny if you started
Yeah.
doing
I was
special ed
doing-
while you were fucking her, and she was like, "I was joking." You're like, "Oh, sorry."
it's real fun.
And your belt's coming off when you do that. Like you're like, "All right, this
Yeah.
is the first
Right.
step in the right direction."
Yeah,
She's
easy access. Get
This-
that belt off.
This interview was actually better for Trump than the other stories were, because not only did she say she only had sex with him once, but the original like rumors and stuff, the information came out that Trump likes to get spanked with a magazine with his face on the cover. So it became this weird like S&M, but he loves himself thing. This seems much more reasonable.
and that whole dumb thing about, oh, they threatened her or whatever. Like, look, when you fuck a guy with $1 billion and he's married and they think you're gonna yap, you don't expect the guy to go, look, shut your mouth.
Right. Remember when in Sopranos when Phil's guy came up to Meadow Soprano in the restaurant? That's all I was thinking about when Stormy was talking about being with her kid. I was like, not a good
And
scene.
then James Gandolfini went and fucking and beat him unconscious.
He did. He smashed his head in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd the guy say? Oh, what a fuck she was, or how hot she looked?
No, he said, oh, you got a little, he saw her in a restaurant. He was like, oh, you got a little cream. He like touched her face, really creepy. Then he was like, oh, you got a little cream on your lip. Wouldn't mind adding a little or something like that.
Who's she with?
Her boyfriend at the time. And then he was like, oh, lucky guy, but he gets to tuck you in at night. Like it was really creepy. And then, yeah. And then Tony came and caved his head in.
Right.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah, watch this. I watched this yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
I lived it.
Excuse me. You're Tony Soprano's kid, right?
Yeah.
Small world running into you like this, huh?
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Yeah, you got a little cream on your mouth there, sweetie. Be happy to add to it.
What?
Excuse me.
Lucky guy, her dad. Must be fun tucking her in at night, huh?
You have a problem?
Not yet. Would you like one?
Coco, come on.
What? I'm saying hello.
Coco.
Let's go. Hey, best to your dad, huh?
Creepy clown laugh.
That's inappropriate.
I find it to be
That's
so, too.
inappropriate.
Yeah, I find it to be so, too.
The guy stands up after he tries to. That's exactly what I would do if I was on. You'd have to stand up once he talked about like tucking her in and coming on her face, but you're hoping that he just goes away. Like, I don't want this
You
mob
know
guy
that
to hit
kid.
me.
I know the kid's.
Yeah. Hey, is there a problem here? No. Do you want one? I personally, I don't.
I don't know, Coco. I'd prefer not to.
Coco, please no, Coco. Please no, Coco. Please no.
Oh, this gets a good pistol whipping.
I gets a lot more than that. Yeah. I mean, the audio's.
Sit down. Sit down.
Now Coco's a made guy, so this was not.
Yeah. Yeah, Gandolfini gives somebody, but he had every right.
Yeah, oh, Jesus. Listen to those.
Hey, want some sambuca with this? Tony, you're making a big fucking mistake.
I hated that guy. The guy with the
Rusty.
lazy eye.
Rusty.
Yeah, oh, he got on my nerves. Phil Leotardo's guy, Rusty with the lazy eye. Oh, I hated him. You like Rusty? Hate him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Curb stomped him.
Knocked his teeth out.
You want some?
He didn't kill him, did he?
No.
It wasn't Rusty. It was Butchie. His name was.
Butchie.
Oh, was that Butchie? Oh, okay.
Hate Butchie. Hate Butchie.
Yeah, why? He had got his. Imagine eating meatballs and you have to watch a guy's teeth get kicked out. Like, oh, fuck.
You think he finished his meal after that?
I mean, like it's not. It's a sin to waste food. You
Yeah.
know?
Meatballs.
Oh, all right. Let's go back to Stormy talking about spanking.
She does have big giant tits.
She's got big jugs.
Yeah.
And so he did, and I was like, turn around, drop him.
You told Donald Trump to turn around and take off his pants.
Yes.
And did he?
Yes. So he turned around and pulled his pants down a little. You know, he had underwear on and stuff, and I just gave him a couple swats.
This was done in a joking manner.
Yes. And from that moment on, he was a completely different person.
How so?
He quit talking about himself, and he asked me things, and I asked him things, and it just became like, you know, a more appropriate.
Became more comfortable.
Yeah. He's like, wow, you are special. You remind me of my daughter. You know, he's like, you're smart, and beautiful, and a woman to be reckoned with. And I like you. I like you.
He didn't say that. He didn't say.
You don't think he just said, "Remind me"?
Nope. He's not going to fuck a girl and say, "You remind me of your daughter." He's not doing it.
You know, I don't know, Jim.
No.
He maybe not. He may not have said it in that moment. He may have said. She may be condensing the evening's conversation.
Well, she just
Like a
spanked him
film.
with a magazine. He's not going to go, "You remind me of your daughter."
Or she might have said something smart while they were talking after. Like, it might have been a conversation.
Right,
And he
that
might
I
have
could-
said, like, you remind me of my daughter. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's driven.
Okay, you're
it may
right.
have
She
happened
could've
in a
messed it.
Soprano. I'm sorry, what's not the Soprano? The Celebrity Apprentice discussion. She may have said, I don't know, I'm a porn girl. Oh, you remind me of my daughter. She's got all this ambition and star. He might have said it casually, and now she's condensing it to make it look like he said it right before he stuck the head
Right.
in.
It could be an hour.
Right, you're hot. You got big tits, and I want to fuck you.
Oh, you remind me of my daughter. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's putting an hour of discussion, 2 hours of discussion into one minute interview.
Could be an hour later
Yeah.
when she's sitting there just talking about something else that she's doing or just saying something smart or eloquently.
She
And
does
he's
have a
like,
nice
"Oh."
hiney.
She does. That's actually a great point.
I'd give it a little pat.
You would?
Yeah. She doesn't do much for me because she's too perfect looking, like giant perfect tits and perfect hips. I like a bit more of a mess.
I see. Yeah, she looks put
I like
together.
80s porn star.
Right.
Kay Parker.
Where this is a last resort.
And those implants probably are really hard. They look like those
Maybe.
bad,
Yeah.
like 80s,
Yeah.
90s implants.
Yeah, like the early 90s like Pam Anderson
Yeah.
implants where they end up separating.
Yeah, I like the nice 1984 porn stars. I like those Honey Wilder, Kay Parker, Dorothy LeMay. Well, who cares?
I think, yeah, I was just thinking that. I think that's probably right, though, about him mentioning his daughter. It was probably way later because there really is. I mean, people, and he's done a lot of weird shit to add to it, but people really do want to push the narrative of Donald Trump wants to fuck his daughter.
Well, he said if she wasn't my daughter, I'd date her. She's
He
a piece
did.
of ass. He said that on
Yeah, well,
he
he's
did say
just
that
being
stuff.
silly. Of course, you're going on the show. You're going to be.
He said on The View.
He said if she was my daughter, I'd date her.
Yeah, because he's always just trying to crack one-liners, be funny,
Right.
you know, and just say outrageous stuff. So
And sometimes he doesn't read the room entirely perfectly.
yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like a normal person on The View would be like, this isn't the crowd for that comment. Like
They
that's not
probably
gonna-
got a great response.
in that moment.
Yeah.
Before he was, because it was years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to track 3 there, Rob, where Stormy Daniels starts saying that Trump wanted her to be on the Celebrity Apprentice, but more importantly, she talks about his relationship with Melania.
At this point, was he doing The Apprentice?
Yes. And he goes, got an idea, honey bunch. Would you ever consider
Honey
going
bunch.
on?
You think he really
and
called
being
her
a
honey
contestant?
bunch?
Yes, I do.
Hey, honey bunch.
That's a direct quote, by the way.
Yeah, he just watched Pulp Fiction when that girl was called. It was a Bruce Willis Honey Bunch.
Oh, yeah, Honey Bunny.
I love you, honey bunny.
Would you ever call a girl honey bunch?
No.
Honey bunch. Hey, honey bunch.
I'd rather fuck a girl and call her mom than honey bunch.
So you mean to tell me you do the special ed voice, you would dance to Hotline Bling 5 times in a row, you would not call her honey bunch?
Well, yeah, I would. My bullshit.
Yes. And he goes, got an idea, honey bunch. Would you ever consider going on and being a contestant? And I laughed and said, NBC is never going to let, an adult film star be on. It's, he goes, no. He goes, that's why I want you. You're going to shock a lot of people. You're smart and they won't know what to expect.
Did you think he was serious, or did
See,
you
right
think he
there,
was
by the
kind
way,
of-
is probably where he mentioned his daughter.
Yeah.
You're beautiful, you're smart, you're dedicated, you remind me of my daughter.
Right.
It was probably in that type of moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she's popping her tits out and he said it.
Unless he's like, oh man, I love the way you spanked me with that magazine. You remind me of my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be, yeah. You remind me of my son. Yeah, he probably just said it casually.
I hope.
Did you think he was serious, or did you think he was kind of dangling that to get you to want to be involved with him?
Both.
Melania Trump had recently given birth to a son just a few months before. Did he mention his wife or child at all in this?
I asked and he brushed it aside, said, oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. We have separate rooms and stuff.
So that's where she,
They have separate rooms.
yeah, I believe
Back
that.
then, even?
I believe that.
It was 2006.
I think from the beginning of Donald and Melania, it was probably an arrangement. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
No, probably not early, but when maybe the kid's just born, so
Yeah.
she's probably in a separate room
Oh,
with the
'cause
baby.
she was
'cause
sleeping with
baby's
the
gonna be
baby,
up
yeah.
all night and breastfeeding and stuff.
And
so.
Trump has to get up in the morning,
Right.
fucking earn $600,000 for 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so he's probably going to go, look, I'm just going in the other room. And so I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, I bet.
But that's also a married guy going, yeah, I'm having problems. There's
Right.
a lot of problems in our relationship. We might be moving out or splitting up or we're separated. So whatever he's got to say at that
Guys
moment.
say that.
He's not going to go, no, we get along great. Everything's awesome. But
Yeah, I'm madly in love with her.
He's not going to say that.
You think he's just trying to fucking put a load in? He'll say anything at that
say
moment.
anything at that moment.
Yeah, I'll put your name on the building. He'll tell her anything just to get her top off.
She's like, there's a U-Haul truck outside of Trump Tower right now.
People act like they don't know why a guy is saying this shit to try to fucking dump a load.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, nah, we're just been a lot of, I don't know, it hasn't been leaked to the press, but we're probably going to split.
Yeah. Well,
This is not. There might be a legal problem because of the whole lawyer thing, but even that, Trump is kind of separated from that. He's not. He's going to fly right by this. I thought it was going to be a bigger problem for him, but I didn't realize you only fucked her once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only one time. Well, we'll get to that. Yeah. I mean, I would think now they probably still sleep in separate rooms. Like, I don't think that they're like this.
I wonder if
in
he still
love
bangs her.
Married. I don't think so.
I think he does. Because he knows he's being watched right now. He can't be fucking somebody else.
Yeah, but I don't think she wants to fuck him anymore.
No.
Like, I think she's so fed up with him, and you can see anytime they're together, they look like
He's probably more charming when he wants to be. When he wants to be charming and he's a guy. He's
the
worked on a
charm
lot
is-
of beautiful women.
the charm is worn off. I
I'm
mean,
sure.
she's seen once you marry somebody,
Yeah, I'm sure.
and you're with them, all the time. They can't just turn it on and turn it off as easily.
No, but I'm sure that there's times where, like, if he comes in and he's romantic and he's like, I'm sure he can still work.
Absolutely. I'd say once or twice a month they're still fucking.
He's been fucking tens for 35 years.
He's not going to shut it down all of a sudden. He's still a horny guy.
I don't think he's not fucking, but there's a difference between fucking tens and fucking a 10 who's also your wife. Your wife's onto you.
It's also harder to do. Like in Clinton's era, it was a little different because the cell phones, there was no smartphones.
You could just bring somebody in.
Dude, you don't trust anything.
No,
now.
and
Everything's
everyone's
recorded.
watching him, so he knows that he cannot screw anybody else right
Especially
now.
with all those leaks in the White House.
Just everywhere he goes, everyone's watching him. Someone's going to throw him on the bus in a second, so he's got to fuck his wife.
She probably climbs on him,
Because he
bangs him
still
once
needs
in a
it.
while.
Yeah,
I don't think-
absolutely.
I don't
Papa
think she's
Cialis,
fucking
a Viagra,
Yeah.
and he'll fuck her without a doubt.
I'm not saying he doesn't want to. I don't think she's fucking him. I think she's done
It's
with
part
that.
of the deal. She knows.
She has to.
Yeah, you're flying on Air Force One.
There's a contract.
Yeah, there's no way you're not.
absolutely.
Yeah, of course, she knows the deal. You got to fuck.
And she's got to be one to get laid too. You know what I mean? What is she, 47, 48 or something like that?
Yeah, once in a while she probably wants some dick.
Yeah.
It is, she probably still likes him on some level. Maybe
What?
I don't think she hates the guy.
That lifestyle that she has, that she bought into, and she knew what she was getting into. She's gonna I'm gonna lay
when
there. I'm gonna
people
take
get
one for the
married-
team.
That when people get married and they don't like each other, they develop. I don't know what. There it is. They develop such a disdain.
But who says
and
she doesn't like him
resentment.
though?
Look at her.
There's a lot of clips of them, especially now with this whole thing happening, where you could tell she's not happy, but it doesn't mean that she hates
But because
him.
it embarrasses her when this stuff gets out, you know, she just said, "Hey, do your thing, but please don't fuck up. Don't, you know, be discreet about it." So when that shit gets out there, the same thing like Travolta with his wife. When shit gets out there, when he's doing all this creepy
But she
shit,
also, like,
Don't humiliate her.
don't humiliate me. Do it, you know, on the down low when no one's going to find out. So when this stuff comes out, they're like, "What are you staying with him for? He's a pig." And
But even without the Stormy Daniels stuff, like just the fact that everybody hates her because she's the first lady and everybody hates Trump.
People do kind of like her, though. That people like it's settled down now where they don't just look anybody in Trump's
Now they
family as
feel
a piece
sorry.
of shit.
Now they feel sorry for her. They
but
feel like she's a prisoner.
They don't hate her, and
no, she knows what she
knew.
She knew.
She didn't sign up for this.
Not the presidency, not this
Yeah,
kind of
no,
scrutiny.
not this.
But a billionaire, like she's not a, come on.
She didn't know this.
No,
That's
no.
not true.
I think she likes this. She likes being a first lady.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think
think she
so at
does.
all.
Here's why I don't know, because all her friends are gay and fucking like, you know what I mean? She's from that world of like models and fucking hot. She's from the world of people who hate his guts. So it's like everyone hates her husband. And these places where she used to be welcome, they're probably like, ugh.
I'll tell you when
She's not welcome anymore, I'm sure.
I'll tell you when she stopped liking it. It was before Trump was the president. It was when she gave Michelle Obama's speech. And the whole world came down on her. She was like, fuck this. I didn't sign up for that.
How hot was she in that picture? Look at that picture of her fucking a few years ago. She's right there, third one in. Oh, God, is she fucking
Oh, my
attractive.
God.
But you know what? She realized, okay, I gotta lay low. Anything I'm going to say is going to be scrutinized. So that's why she barely talks. She barely does anything. So I'm just going to lay low, ride this out.
Plus, they were making fun of her kid.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't, like, what the fuck?
She is attractive.
She's really attractive.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she is.
That was Rosie O'Donnell making fun of her kid. Because Trump has been bashing her for years.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, he has.
Rosie made fun of her kid?
Oh, yeah.
What'd she say?
Rosie said that your kid's got autism. You better get that taken care of.
Did she say that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When?
while ago.
Right around the election
No,
time.
no, I
she
remember
said
when that was said.
She retweeted one of those videos that like
Yeah, is Barron Trump autistic and all this stuff? Yeah.
Oh.
and everybody came down on her.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, they
like
did.
Chelsea Clinton, like everybody, like leave the fucking child alone.
Yeah, even
Yeah,
Chelsea
who cares
came
if
out
the
and
kid
did
is?
that.
Who cares?
But meanwhile, he's in a normal school. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
doing so. He's obviously not. You know, yeah, because he was jumping around in one of the debates or something like that on TV. Yeah, he's a
Like a
10-year-old kid,
right.
that probably just had some sugar to stay up because it's 10 o'clock.
Right.
And he should be in bed. My
Or-
son does the same thing.
Yeah.
He'll run around like a maniac and then he crashes.
Or he's
yeah, the
overly
excitement,
tired. Yeah.
or the excitement of of all this stuff around.
You know how excited my son was to go on Chip? I had to calm him down.
Was he happy?
Oh, he loved it. He shows his friends at home. Well, I was on the show. Even his friends are like, what's wrong with that guy?
His friends are also 10?
Yeah, 10, 8. They're like, what's wrong with that guy? Is there something wrong? He goes, no, it's my dad's friend. He puts a wig on.
My dad
He has
puts
to
a wig
explain.
on.
He puts a wig on. Yeah.
That's what my kid would be saying. Holy shit.
Let's go to track 4 from the Stormy Daniels interview, where she's talking about actually the act of the fucking that happened.
Did you two go out for dinner that night?
No.
You had dinner in the room?
Yes.
What happened next?
I asked him if I could use his restroom, and he said yes. You know, it's through those, through the bedroom, you'll see it. So I excused myself and I went to the restroom. I was in there for a little bit and came out, and he was sitting, on the edge of the bed when I walked out, perched.
Good move.
Yeah.
And when you saw that, what went through your mind?
I realized exactly what I'd gotten myself into.
Hit pause.
Stop it.
Stop it, Stormy.
Stop it.
I realized at that point.
Stop
First
it.
of all, the word perched is predatory, right? So she's trying to, even though she's saying, like, I'm not a victim, she's still trying to paint Trump like he's some kind of weirdo predator who just wanted to fuck her.
I like that he was
Guess
sitting
what?
there all back straight up and on the edge of the bed with his little
Yeah.
hands in front of him right in front of him.
His tiny little fingers.
Yeah,
I
he
wonder if he's
couldn't-
rubbing his hands together.
Yeah.
Licking his lips.
All he's thinking of is all the great fucking financial decisions he's made that led to this moment.
Yeah.
Like, God, thank God I put my name on the building. Ooh, she's going to fuck me.
Just thanking his banker, just thanking everybody that's helped him get all the cash that's led him to that moment. But yeah, the whole thing of I realized in that moment what I'd gotten myself into. You created the moment. You know what I mean? You were one of the key parts in creating the moment. Everything that you've done has led Donald to believe She wants to fuck me, right?
Yep. That's probably why she went in the bathroom to prep.
Of course.
Of course it
Was
is.
she shitting? Of course she went in there for a while.
Maybe she dropped the deuce like an hour ago.
Right.
Let's go in there and get a baby wipe.
If she had just had a piss, she could have pissed on the way home. She didn't need to stop into his hotel room bathroom.
She's probably washing her fuck. She probably does that move where, like, when they know they're gonna fuck, where she fucking gets undressed and she puts her foot up on the sink. She soap and washes her asshole out. She probably gets the area ready in case he wants to fucking face dive in there.
The whole. Do you think the whole area, the taint and everything?
100%.
I see.
100%.
The entire undercarriage.
She was at a golf outing all day. She was probably fucking. Her asshole was probably a little swampy, and she's getting there cleaning it out.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Donald. Do you mind if I use your restroom to wash my undercarriage?
Yeah.
That's a really good sign, right?
Or she was doing that thing I've seen escorts do, where they just go in the tub. And I'm not saying she's an escort. I've just seen escorts
you've seen
do
an
it.
escort do it.
Yeah, where she squats in the tub. And this is when they don't care what you think, and they just take the water and they start washing out their pussy and ass at the same time, squatting in the tub.
Oh, they leave the door open?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's after I've fucked up and they're trying to get rid of everything.
That's not even a little bit romantic.
No, but I mean, you're just getting cleaned up.
Yeah.
You're getting cleaned up.
What's better? Having to dance 5 times to Hotline Bling or watching the girl you're about to fuck squat in the bathtub with the shower head up her vagina?
That really is disheartening. It just kill a lot of the momentum.
Either one. It's like, what are we doing with ourselves?
But that's what she was probably doing. She's probably getting ready. I mean, you know, she's
I
fucking a
believe that.
high-profile billionaire in the nicest hotel suite you can be in. She's a professional.
Right.
She knows how to clean up. She shoots scenes all the time. She knows how to fucking anally douche. She knows how to douche. Come on.
Right. I believe that 100%.
She knows what she's doing to get her pussy in her ass, her breath, underarm, like everything 100% ready to fuck.
She's getting herself in what's known in the business as fucking shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her. I respect that.
Yeah. 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 I don't have any problem. The problem I have with it is this idea that, like, oh, just going to piss, and all of a sudden, what did I get
walked
myself
outside.
into?
He was on the bed. I'm like, this is crazy.
I can't believe he's not going to go there, is he?
She should have said, when I would have appreciated it more if she said, yeah, I came out. I knew we were going to have sex. She just doesn't want to admit it because he's so unpopular.
Yeah. I mean, this whole lead up to the sex is like a porno movie. She's a porn actress. You
I
don't know
spanked
what's
him.
going on?
I was surprised he was sitting on the bed. That's funny because he was in the dining room, then he went and sat in the bed on the edge.
Yeah, he's like, we're not going back to the dining room after this. Good move.
Yeah,
Good
it
move.
was because you don't want to bring him back in the dining room now.
No.
It's like, how do you get her in the bedroom? So he's just sitting on the bed.
It's
like,
smart. What he does is he goes, okay, you going to the bathroom was the transition. That's now I don't have to think of some weird. Like,
Now he just
oh,
walks in and sits on the edge of the bed.
Right. We've transitioned into the next part of the evening.
Yeah, because he knows that she's not going to go out and go, no, let's go back in the dining room.
And then actually in the next clip, she says she started listening to Boys to Men and asked if they could dance to like 5 of her favorite.
And he would have done it. He would have done it.
He would have.
If he's going to get spanked by the magazine, he would have done that too.
She put on Casey and JoJo. And she was like, he would have done it. And I would have respected him for it.
Yeah, anything he had to do to fuck her, I'm 100% with.
All right, let's go back to it.
I realized exactly what I'd gotten myself into, and I was like, ugh, here we go. And I just felt like maybe it was sort of, I had it coming for making a bad decision for going to someone's room alone, and I just heard the voice in my head, well, you put yourself in a bad situation and bad things happen, so you...
That's right. It's like, come on, it's not a bad
Again.
situation. You could have just walked out.
You didn't have it coming. It's not a bad situation. You, on some level, whether you were physically attracted to him or it was just for the story or it's because he's a celebrity or a billionaire, you wanted to fuck Donald Trump.
He's a lot more famous than she is, and
Yes.
especially at that moment, he's a lot more famous. Come on.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad decision.
No.
You knew it. That's why you went in the bathroom. To prep.
And he was a little better looking. 10 years ago, he was a little thinner. He's packed a couple on. But you look at Donald Trump, 2006. Women used to love him. They
I
used
don't
to-
know if they loved him in 2006.
Not as much, but when you look at like Trump in the fucking 90s, they all liked him.
Yeah.
He wasn't some ugly guy. Women were like, oh yeah, I think he's a billionaire. He was cute. They all thought he was cute back in, at least in the 90s.
He hasn't aged the best.
He's fucking 70 now.
I know, he
but
looks-
I
for
wouldn't
60
mind. I'd like to look like that at 70.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't wear those white shorts that he wears sometimes. but I-
They do hug his hiney a
they
little
do.
too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably make some wardrobe changes, but whatever. He's 70.
But it wasn't this, you fucked the guy. Who cares?
Yeah. You wanted to go up and fuck Donald Trump. Who could blame her?
I love the fact that he's fattened up a little and doesn't care.
No, he doesn't like exercise. He
No.
likes to keep to his diet, which
Likes-
is,
yeah, McDonald's.
he likes McDonald's.
Yeah.
He likes to, after a good rally, he likes to get on the private jet and then stink it up like KFC. Can you imagine having a private jet, but it smells like fast food. Like, you know, when you go through the drive-thru and your whole car smells like fast
it's
food.
disgusting.
That's his jet.
He doesn't eat all the time. The guy would be 800 pounds and he'd be ready to be dead with a heart attack.
No, not all the time, but he probably has a couple times a
Once
week.
he
Absolutely.
enjoys it.
A couple times
a few
a week.
times a week, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mind that. I have it a couple times a week. I'll continue to have it a couple times a week for the rest of my life. I'm
McDonald's?
sure. Yeah.
Do you?
I had Popeyes yesterday. It was amazing.
Oh, fast food.
Yeah, fast food, a couple times a week.
I love I literally eat McDonald's within
Probably
10
more
minutes.
than-
I'm cutting gassers.
We'll go a few times a week, maybe more than a
It
couple
goes
times a
through
week.
me immediately.
It does?
I do love it for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I say a few times a week. I go 3 times a week. Probably.
It's almost
Yeah,
half.
but you think Applebee's is gourmet, so.
Well, that's when it's like a real meal when I got to take out the wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she goes like, oh, I don't know. I was thinking about getting appetizers for the main course, but that's like for before the meal. And I go, no, it's anytizers. You get it during the meal if you want. It's no problem here. We're eating good in the neighborhood.
But your wife doesn't put up with that anymore.
She won't go to Applebee's.
Yeah,
she
does,
will
she
not.
does.
Like,
Do they really call them anytizers?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the neighborhood bar and grill. I'll have people over the house. I'm like, do you want to go to my neighborhood bar and grill? And they're like, yeah. Is it just some local spot? Yeah, it's the Applebee's.
But it's not actually in your neighborhood, though.
I'll go outside the neighborhood if I have. I mean, there's a couple of them near me.
Because it kind of makes you feel like you're in a neighborhood when you go to one on the road.
That's right. It's right. It makes me feel.
Really? I didn't see a stop sign. Where's my
They're on the
mailbox?
walls.
Oh, they're on the walls. Okay,
Yeah.
so when you walk in, I go, oh, yeah, I'm in it.
You know what? Almost every time I've been in LA, you know where I eat? There's a Chili's that I go to every time.
I thought of you last. I was in Baltimore, and the hotel I was staying at was connected to a Chili's, and I ate there.
my
Did you?
God.
I ate there 2 days in a row because I was like,
How was it?
It was pretty bad, but I just I knew going in. But I'm like, I don't feel like driving anywhere,
Dude.
so I ate at the Chili's
What city was this in?
in Baltimore.
Oh my God! Well, next time I go to Baltimore for WWE or something, I'm going to request that hotel.
It's connected
I'd never leave the
to
building.
the Chili's.
Can I have the Chili's hotel?
Yeah, I go to the hotel and the arena, and that's it. I'd be set. Oh my God! A Chili's in the hotel.
Jim, you go to LA a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Do you go to Chili's every time?
I didn't know there was one in LA.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
not
they don't have a
surprised
lot of
because they're
those.
popular.
But they don't have a lot of the chain ones in the LA area. They don't have. You never see a Fridays, an Applebee's, or a Ruby Tuesdays. Rarely.
By the
you
way,
see 'em.
TGI Fridays, I'll say this. I haven't eaten it in years. That spinach and artichoke dip with the fucking salad is one of the best things I've ever eaten. I could literally eat that every day.
One time,
It's fucking amazing.
I texted Florentine a photo because they had just opened a TGI Fridays by me. And I texted him, I was like, look, this just opened. And Florentine texted me back and he goes, it just opened? I was like, yeah. And he goes, that's weird because there's no line of people to get in. I was like, oh, I guess you're right. But yeah, do you think it's odd at all that, like, I'll go to LA maybe 2, maybe 3 times a year. And I've been to that Chili's like at least a half a dozen times.
Where is it in LA? It's in West Hollywood, I guess. I didn't know it was there.
No, it's in like I think it's in like the Encino area.
Oh.
It's way out, yeah. But it's I mean it's great. It's like all Chili's, you know what I mean? It's
So how does it compare to the Chili's in Westchester?
comparable for sure.
Same
I don't know
thing.
if I've ever eaten in Chili.
Very comparable. Oh, you'd love it.
I might. I just don't know if I've ever eaten there.
I get the same thing. Get the boneless buffalo wings, corn on the cob, fries, Dr. Pepper.
Doesn't
Doesn't that sound good, Rob?
It does sound tasty. but
That's what
good.
my 7-year-old son gets.
Oh man, we
He
should
gets the same thing.
at Chili's.
Yeah, except for he doesn't drink soda because he's 7.
I would.
He drank it at 5, but he's like, I don't need soda.
It's too much now.
Yeah.
I'm 7 years old. At some
Yeah,
point, I
probably.
gotta grow out of this.
Yeah, I don't really need a Dr. Pepper anymore.
I see.
That does look good. I would enjoy that.
Oh, it's so good.
I would enjoy that.
It's so good.
And a nice chili shit after. Nothing better than a fast
Yeah, how long
food
before
shit.
you shit? Well, he eats it all the time, so maybe his body's used to it.
No, there's a heaviness that sets in pretty quickly, and then it's time to evacuate. But I love it. I love all that stuff. But yeah, so I'm with Trump in the diet portion of things.
Right.
Look at those. Don't those look great?
They do.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Hey, there's more. There's a couple of things that she said that I want to get to too that I really, really made me love Trump.
Well, let's go back to that. That's clip 4.
I know
we're on,
exactly.
right?
I know exactly what it
Okay,
is.
I think it might be the same thing.
Yeah.
We're halfway through clip 4, which I thought of you
Immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you put yourself in a bad situation and bad things happen, so you deserve this.
And you had sex with him?
Yeah.
You were 27, he was 60. Were you physically attracted to him?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Did you want to have sex with him?
No.
Oh, come on.
But I didn't say no. I'm not a victim. I'm not.
It was entirely consensual.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You work in an industry where condom use is an issue. Did he use a condom?
No.
Did you ask him to?
No.
Pause that.
I honestly didn't say anything.
Pause that. That's a standing ovation for all involved.
You were happy about that when you heard it?
That motherfucker, $1 billion to his name.
Right.
And he's like, roll the dice.
Okay, you tell me this, Jim. You've had a lot of unprotected sex with partners. That
You said all wrong.
Okay. A lot of your partners you don't necessarily know all that well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, in your experience, do you believe that Donald Trump left it in or pulled out?
You know,
Tell me.
I know what I'd want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
And you're with Stormy Daniels, the porn star. This is like he probably was like, holy shit.
I'm going to guess
Yeah.
that he either pulled out or came in her mouth. I think because even in my situation, I've known to pull out. There's one time I didn't.
I know which one that was.
One time.
It was a big, yeah. I don't say
Right.
her name, but it was I came in some. Oh no, that one I did actually.
Right. The one
There's another one I did come in her. Like I came in her
a lot.
every drop.
Well, yeah,
Was
if
it-
you're going
was
to do
it
it,
a
you
name
don't
that-
pull it out halfway.
Was it a name that we would know?
I don't know. I think so. I'm not
Okay.
sure. You might.
Well,
not.
you've mentioned the first one by name many times.
Oh, Bree. Yeah.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
I pulled out with her. But I mean,
You did?
I wish I didn't.
Oh, that's right. That was
Yeah, you've made it pretty clear that
You wanted to
would have
impregnate
liked to have
her.
had her.
I would love to have a kid with her. Yeah. No, but I'm saying Trump. Do I think that he did? No, I think he pulled out because he is a billionaire. He has too much money at stake.
Yeah.
And he's got a wife at home. Like his world, the risk for him, just banging without a condom is one thing. Coming in her is another. Then you're opening yourself to a world of problems.
It does feel good though.
It's amazing. But no, he might have came in her ass. Like he might have had anal sex with her. He might have come in her mouth. Like
Where
she's
was
not being
Anderson
graphic.
Cooper with the goddamn follow-up?
Yeah, like where did he ejaculate? I mean,
Well, she would have said if it was anal, probably 100% he pulled out. He's got an infant at home,
Right.
fucking crying in a crib.
Yeah, he knows how this works.
Yeah.
He's not going to come inside of a porn star. And
just
have
the
to give
high
her-
that she let him fuck without a rubber was probably enough.
Yeah,
Right.
And
Okay.
he's pulling out.
But I wonder if she had to show a test. Like, who knows? There's a way for them to
You
go
think she
online.
would have it on her?
Yes, they have online stuff they do in porn. Like, I might just be for HIV, but you can go on and, because they fuck all the time and look at somebody's test results. So it might have been something like that. Or where he knows he's not going to get anything. Because he has to be a little more careful than I used to be. Come on. He's got that much money at stake.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, she's agreeing with me.
You
Good.
work in an industry where condom use is an issue. Did he use a condom?
No.
Did you ask him to?
No.
No.
I honestly didn't say anything.
After you had sex, what happened?
He said that it was great. He had a great evening, and it was nothing like he expected, that I really surprised him, that a lot of people must underestimate me, that he hoped that I would be willing to see him again and that we would discuss the things that we had talked about earlier in the evening.
Being on The Apprentice.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a
Say
really
nice
great time with
things.
you. I'm gonna look into getting you on The Apprentice. That's,
Wasn't a dick.
But that's I'm gonna. You tell me. You're a professional. When he goes, I'm gonna look into getting you on The Apprentice. Is that so? It's like, okay, this isn't a one and done. Now we've got this connection, so we can do this again.
Yeah.
I see.
I'll bet he did try, though. I bet he talked to NBC and they just said absolutely not.
Well, yeah, I
no
mean-
porn. So he probably tried.
Yeah, wouldn't he? Right?
Yeah, that's a tiny bed he's sitting on in that photo. That's like a full or
Yeah.
a twin. What the fuck's he doing in a twin bed?
Yeah. It doesn't. He should have gotten on a
king.
California king.
Yeah, that's a shitty. I don't like California Kings
Why?
because they're longer, but they're not as wide.
I thought they were wider.
No, they're
Who-
longer.
Who would have thought?
They're longer.
Let's I really got a kick out of their second meeting. Her and Donald Trump's.
Yep.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's clip 6 we go to.
I remember arriving.
I mean, you put
Jump
the-
right in there.
put
Just
the
about a year
carriage
later.
before the horse a little bit.
How
about
did he
a year
not fuck
later.
her for a year?
Because he's all over the place. She's in
You
California.
think he fucked other people?
Yeah, he had a whole roster.
You don't think he remained faithful to just his one mistress,
No,
Stormy
because
Daniels?
right after this, he was supposedly banging the Playboy one, the other
Right.
one that just came
What a
out.
fun life.
I know. So he's got them all over. So he's like, let me get her in the rotation. I forgot about this one.
Donald Trump, he has got to have been fucking for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like this has to be like this couldn't be something new that he's introduced into his life recently.
He's always had money.
Right, exactly.
I mean, Melania's way, she's a fucking 10. Of course, he's just got hot. His other wives are hot. Marla Maples was hot.
Oh my God.
Ivanka, was it Ivana or
Yeah.
Ivanka? Ivanka was hot.
Ivanka, yeah. No, he's
Ivana
was
was his wife. Ivanka is his
Ivanka
daughter.
was okay. I always mix them
in New York City, hanging out in the clubs.
Right.
He was, in all the clubs all the time, hanging around models.
I mean, if he's gone through 3 wives, there's got to be a reason that like all these women keep divorcing him, right? Because he keeps fucking.
Wow.
There
Yeah, he
is
was a
when
handsome guy when he was young. I mean, he was rolling in bucks.
Yeah, he was, and he has not stopped, has he?
No.
No, he has not. That's probably why he likes going down to Mar-a-Lago so much. It's not all those goddamn Washington reporters around him.
Well, he also knows that when somebody comes in to his place, that he can monitor where this is probably a guest room, and everything's enclosed where no one can see,
Right.
no one can record. Your fucking phone is probably gonna be left in the guest room.
Mm-hmm. He's probably got like a secret hallway, like adjoining rooms. You know what I mean?
There's something, man. Yeah, he's
He's a professional.
a professional.
Do you think when he's designed his hotels, he makes little sex paths for himself?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a room he goes into to fuck once in a while.
Yeah.
Trump
Yeah.
Tower, yeah, I
Yeah.
would say.
Like the movie Clue, that house that has all the secret passageway behind the photos and everything. Maybe he's got secret hallways around his like buildings to get these women around.
Is his office in the same building his apartment is in?
Yeah, Trump
It is.
Tower in New York. I think so.
Yeah, on 5th. Okay.
I
It
believe
was just
so.
like Matt Lauer in his office.
Right.
Everything at the button, it just automatically locks the door when he's sitting behind the desk.
Yeah.
He knows.
But the thing is with Lauer, he embarrassed his wife, and that's why she's divorcing him.
Absolutely.
He fucked up.
100%. That's what you got to do.
Married.
A lot of these women just they understand.
Uma, same way. With,
Right. They understand the lifestyle. They get it. Just don't embarrass me. Don't humiliate me.
Think his office has a nice view, Trump?
Yeah, but I think it's very sloppy. Trump has a very sloppy office.
We think when
Look, he's
Taylor
got a
Hackford
championship belt.
when Taylor Hackford told us that they fucking they used his apartment for Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
That was Trump's apartment.
that was
they
really?
were in,
Yeah. Yeah. All the gold and everything everywhere. He's an opulent guy.
Is that his office? No.
I think it is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his office. He's got a lot of stuff.
He does.
Tchotchkes, things, but he gets his awards. He wants to put them in his
That's the
office.
chair for The Apprentice that I used.
Oh, wow.
I love that he's got all these things that he's collected.
And they're all
Brady
laid
Super
out for
Bowl
her.
helmet.
It's an award, it's a photo, it's the chair from The Apprentice, it's all this stuff. But he just puts it down in his office and leaves it there. There's no presentation to any of it. He just goes, I want to put this in my office, and then he just puts it there.
It's like when you ask a kid to clean their room.
Right,
You
right.
just move all the shit somewhere.
Well, you just push it all to the wall.
You're like, no, it's clean.
So you can
see
walk
the floor.
You can walk around. It's all on the floor.
He had all that stuff just kind of put in his office.
Just push it all in the office so that the cameras can see it. You think he walks around with his wrestling belt on?
I think, yes, he did. I think he's fucked with his wrestling belt on.
I think if that wrestling belt was in the room, he would have put it on Stormy. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Jump around, do like Ric Flair.
Then eat
That's
her
right.
pussy like fucking George the Animal Steel.
like he eats a turnbuckle.
Good for Trump. Come on, even people who don't like him, can you just fucking, who cares? Who cares if he fucked her?
This one, who cares?
And Clinton, who cares? This is not nowhere near as bad as what Clinton did because it was
Clinton-
fucking, it was an intern. I don't care
And
that
in the
he did
White
it.
House, too. This is 11, before he wasn't even a politician
No.
then.
And it was consensual between two adults.
Right.
It's the
When he's
whole
a
election
celebrity.
lawyer thing. That's why they're saying, well, the lawyer, technically that's a campaign contribution.
With
Shut up.
loopholes. They're looking for loopholes
looking
to
to
bust
get
him on
him, yeah.
something.
If Trump took the money out of his own bank account, would that be would
That's
it be
better for the
violating?
lawyer.
Yeah.
But would it be violating any campaign laws if it was his own money, not from the
No.
campaign?
No.
Because they said the candidate can spend as much money as he wants. It's other people.
So as long as he
They
doesn't
can't
use other
contribute.
people's money. So if he took it out of his own bank account.
But
Yes.
his lawyer said that he didn't.
The lawyer said he did not pay. It would still be a campaign contribution if he had done it. But then the money, it's a little better for the lawyer if Trump had put it back. The lawyer saying he did it as a friend and as an attorney.
But guess what? You can't get him on Russia. You think you're going to get him on Stormy Daniels?
Not
Nothing's
gonna
going to happen.
Although you never know. Sometimes these weird, again, Nixon with Watergate, it's these weird little fucking things that just spin out of control. And then there's the one thing where you lie and they get you lying. There's
That last little crack that breaks the dam.
Yeah, it's some little weird thing. Although this is just, I didn't realize that he only fucked her one time.
Well, they get into their.
He might have texted dirty stuff, though.
I think he did.
I hope so.
I bet he did.
Especially 2007, 8.
Do you think I bet he did not send pictures, but he sent texts.
He's not sending pictures.
Right.
He's 60 years old. What is he going to send a picture of?
Exactly.
No way he's doing that. He's not naked in a bed. He's not that dumb where he's going to send a naked picture where it could get out there.
But I bet he sent some dirty texts and asked for photos.
Maybe.
I
How comfortable does his chair look, by the way, in his fucking office?
Looks very cushiony. Leather and cushiony. Look at that. There's not even room for him to put his arms on the desk. There's just so much shit on it.
He likes a cushy, comfy desk. You think he just likes getting like a little ADD and looking at his nice stuff?
He likes his stuff. He doesn't do anything with it. He just likes to look around and see all his stuff.
Looks at the footballs.
Look at all my shit.
Like, imagine being the guy who has to hang up all those plaques, too.
Yeah. The wall, by the way, is completely covered from floor to ceiling in picture frames.
Yeah.
It's like every article, every magazine cover, everything. It's like, sir, you think we have the wall can only hold so many? Well, then put another beam back there. We got more shit to hang up.
That's a fun life, man.
And then he's got like wrestling belts and boxing belts and shoes and helmets all just on the floor. Like, hey, that's mine too. It's great. All right, so here's Stormy Daniels, and she's talking about the second meeting that they had a year later.
I remember arriving, and he was watching Shark Week. He made me sit and watch an entire documentary about shark attacks.
It wasn't
That's dope.
at that point a business meeting. It was just watching Shark Week.
Yeah.
Did you have sex
All right.
with him again?
Anderson was being a little shitty with that question.
Yeah.
He's like, it was just watching Shark Week. Like he was trying to paint Trump as this idiot who just watches Shark Week.
Yeah.
But like, we
all like Shark Week.
Not a man in here can say they've never watched a minute of Shark Week.
I'm done with Shark Week since I can just go online and watch it.
Plus,
now.
that was like, what, 12 years ago?
That was when Shark Week was still good. Now they put on those fake documentaries for Shark Week instead. They go like they put on like the fake document. They always start Shark Week now with some fake thing of like, this is a scientific documentary about how they found mermaids and they might exist. And then you find out it's just a fake thing that they put on. And I'm like,
Shark Week stinks now.
Just put on documentaries about sharks for a week. Who cares? Just tell me how many teeth they have. 2 rows of teeth? Really?
Yeah.
Every year.
Roll their eyes back?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Remind me of the same shit every year. It's fine.
Shake their prey when they bite it?
But now we have Sharknado and we... Got it. Just let me know how sharp the teeth are.
Yeah.
Just tell me that. Let me watch footage of sharks biting other fish.
Yeah. Cut to real quick fucking Robert Shaw. The perfect killing machine, chief. And then go back.
And then go back.
Heard you.
That's it.
We got it.
It wasn't at that point a business meeting. It was just watching Shark Week.
Yeah.
Did you have sex with him again?
No.
Did he want to?
Yes.
How do you know he wanted to?
Because he came and sat next to me and, touched my hair and put his hand on my leg.
Somebody thinks very highly of themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe he just liked your hair that day.
And,
Wouldn't it be great if Trump came out and he was like, I didn't want to have sex with her that day, by the way. I didn't want to. No. She didn't look good.
He just wanted to make her feel good
Yeah.
a little bit.
There was something in her hair and I was touching it, but I didn't want to have sex either.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you.
Probably popped a couple of Tic Tacs. He was ready for fucking round 2.
Oh, yeah.
He
He cleaned his ass and his balls out because he was probably playing golf that day, too.
He did. He probably jerked off at like just the right time, like maybe the morning, knowing she was going to come that night. So it's like it's
Who wants
not
to last longer? Yeah.
right. It's not too soon that I won't be able to get it up, but it's just soon enough that I can last longer.
Came and sat next to me and, touched my hair and put his hand on my leg and referenced back to how great it was the last time.
How did you get it out of it?
Well, I'd been there for like 4 hours. And so I then was
4
like, well,
hours of
before,
Shark Week?
Good for him.
He's just sitting there like, no, we're going to keep watching the sharks.
Yeah, let's just sit here and watch this.
Yeah. How great is that, huh?
See, that's not a good move to get her in the mood.
4
to watch
hours
of shark stuff. You think maybe he put a porno on or something or some kind of movie or something like that to kind of get in the mood if you're sitting there watching 4 hours of shark stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
She's
4
probably
hours.
not going to fuck him.
That's a long time.
That's a lot of Shark Week.
How far into the sharks do you know it's not going to happen? 4 hours. Obviously, by the end of the 4 hours, you're like, this is.
I would know after the first dun. This is not happening.
When you see a leg floating in the water,
Right.
she's probably not going to get wet.
Because he's got to transition into like, I'm a little bit like a shark myself in the business world, but that's got to be early. That can't be.
That's not really a girl show to have on.
Shark
you know what I
Week?
mean? If you're trying to get laid, so I don't,
No, it's not.
he probably didn't want to do it either. Maybe he just invited her over just to hang or whatever.
No, he wanted to fuck her. He probably wanted to fuck. Yeah,
But
yeah.
for 4 hours, I mean, you're going to keep a shark show on?
Maybe he's lazy. Maybe he's like, I'd like to fuck her, so I'm going to invite her over, but I'm not going to go out of my way. Like if it's just female
Yeah.
companionship, it's just female companionship.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't like, oh, I really want to fuck her. He was just like, yeah, I'll invite her over, and if she wants to, we'll do it, and if not, we'll just watch these sharks.
Because this
That's
is a
cool,
year
too.
later. This is a year, so he
Yeah.
probably just barely remembers her. He remembers, fucking her, but he hasn't seen her in over a year. It's like, yeah,
Right.
come by. I'm in L.A. I'm staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Let's not paint this picture of a Donald Trump that fucks a porn star once a year. Like, sorry, Stormy, it was a lot of other people.
I bet you once in a while, this kind of does say that she's telling the truth, though, because she could have made him look worse by going, yeah, I gave him oral sex. Or
Sure.
she could have said anything.
I
right
believe
here.
her.
And she didn't, yeah.
I believe her.
I don't believe the one about the guy coming up to her and say, "Don't fuck with Trump."
The threat?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to it.
Out of it.
Well, I'd been there for like 4 hours. And so I then was like, well, before, can we talk about what's the development? And he's like, I'm almost there. I'll have an answer for you next week. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I guess call me next week. And I just took my purse and left.
According to Daniels, Mr. Trump called her the following month to say he'd not been able to get her a spot on Celebrity Apprentice. She says they never met again and only had sex in that first meeting in 2006.
No can do, babe. Hope you enjoyed the shark movies.
Yeah.
Not
So,
going to happen.
We are right now, 2018. The guy who's a billionaire and is the president fucked a porn girl, but people are like, I guess it's what they think what the lawyer did is the issue, because who cares?
It's not even a real issue.
It's a non-story.
I think it's just that you can turn it into an issue, and if that's what's going to get the guy in trouble that people want to be in trouble, then let's go with that.
I thought it was more than that. That's why I said this was a problem for him. I didn't realize he only fucked her once.
One time. And it's not like there's, a Tiger Woods army of women coming out against him.
Yeah.
There's one other Playboy model that maybe he fucked, and that's it. It's actually coming forward.
Right.
I think that there are other people, but they're not coming
You think
forward.
he's had
so.
sex with more than 2 models in the last 12 years?
I think it's a possibility. I don't think that you're faithfully married and monogamous, and then one day you just decide to invite Stormy Daniels to your hotel room.
You mean you don't think you fuck someone right after your wife gives birth and then not again?
Right. Especially when it's Stormy Daniels. That's kind of, to borrow from your favorite artist, Drake, Jim Florentine.
Yes.
That's 0 to 100 real quick. You probably know that song as well.
No.
Oh, you're just a Hotline Bling guy.
I want to know the friend he has that he tells everything to. It might be his lawyer, because then the lawyer can't repeat lawyer or client privilege stuff.
Maybe it's Piers Morgan.
It'd be funny if Piers knew all of it.
Wouldn't it be great?
But no, he hangs out with that other lawyer too. Like, it's one of his guys that just knows that he's like, I fucked her. Really? Amazing.
It's definitely, it's
There's
definitely
one of those. It might be that lawyer or the other. There's another lawyer he has, Ty Cobb. He has a few of these guys he's known for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's one of those guys that he fucking goes out and has drinks with, and just, because you got to have one guy you tell everything to. There's one guy that knows everything.
Absolutely.
Or 2 guys who's like, I fucked her too. Oh, did you? Don fucked her,
I bet when he hangs out with celebrities that he trusts at least a little bit, like Piers Morgan and people like that, he kind of hints at stuff, but he doesn't actually say it.
Yeah, he'd look at her and he goes, oh yeah, we've met.
Yeah. What do you think of her? Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you bet she is.
She really is.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
You can tell with the Billy Bush tape that he just likes, he's
He
around the
likes to-
celebrities. Like, you can grab him, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? So
He
he's
likes to
definitely
brag.
doing that when he's
Yeah.
when he's hanging out in the clubs, drinking vodka. Well, he doesn't drink,
He
but
doesn't
he's
drink.
definitely talking to,
Yeah.
these guys. Yeah, fuck, absolutely.
Yeah. He's probably not terribly specific. You know what I mean? Like, not specific enough that it could come back on him, but he probably brags a lot.
Yeah, he tells you, you know what he's saying, but he's not saying it.
Right. Exactly right. Do you want to hear the threat clip real quick before
Yes.
we finish up with this?
Yes.
I was in a parking lot going to a fitness class with my infant daughter. I was taking, the seats facing backwards in the back seat, diaper bag.
Where are you going to put your kid in a fitness class?
We just want a fat kid.
No, but where's the kid?
Because there's nurseries in
Oh, they
these
have?
places,
Okay.
yeah.
Kids just
taking,
lifting weights.
The seats facing backwards in the back seat, diaper bag, getting all the stuff out. And a guy walked up on me and said to me, leave Trump alone, forget
Coco.
the story. And then he leaned around and looked at my daughter and said, it's a beautiful little girl. It'd be a shame if something happened to her mom. And then he was gone.
So
You took it as a
No,
You don't believe that?
no.
That
She would
seems
have
like
went to the police.
that seems like a really direct physical threat.
That sounds like something that happens in a movie.
Right.
That's a movie thing.
Right. I think that there could have been somebody that walked up to her.
And maybe said something, maybe commented, like, hey, you're a very cute kid. You shouldn't bother Trump, and then walked away like, hey.
I
It
can
might have
believe
been
that.
very veiled, but not that direct.
But do you think? Yeah, was it? He wouldn't do that unless she started saying stuff. Like she must have started saying stuff to her friends.
Yeah,
and stuff.
no, I think it was the In Touch. She did an interview with In Touch.
It was right after that. Yeah,
Right.
It was right
okay,
after
then-
that, and In Touch buried the story because Trump's lawyer said, "Hey, we're gonna sue if you print that."
Yeah, I believe somebody came up to her and told her to shut up, but I don't believe that anybody said, "Oh, I'd be ashamed if something happened
such
to
a
her
hacky
mommy."
line.
Yeah,
It's such a
I know. Who
hacky
does
line.
that?
And then he walked up and he said, "I'll see you in hell." Oh, boo.
Yeah,
I don't even think that happened.
You don't think
Maybe
anybody
not,
walked up
Because
to her at
this
all?
interview would have been, if she didn't say that, this interview would have been, everybody already knew what happened. There'd be nothing to this whole 60 Minutes thing. So she have to throw something
Add something
in there.
new in.
You got to throw something new. Everybody always says when they get sick, I almost died. No, you didn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always, it's the same thing. I got threatened. It's one person on Twitter goes, "You're a fucking asshole. I better not see you out." I got threatened my
Death
life.
threats. I'm getting death threats because of this.
Yeah, one idiot that was drunk tweeted at you and said that.
Yeah,
And you consider that a death. I'm getting death threats.
I love that. The people get death threats on Twitter, and they're like, "Yeah,
I know.
I received death threats for this." Like,
By
So
an
it's
egg
all-
profile picture.
yeah, you did not.
I'd be ashamed if something happened to her mom, and then he was gone.
You took it as a direct threat.
Absolutely. I was rattled. I remember going into the workout class, and my hands were shaking so much I was afraid I was going to drop her.
Did you ever see the person again?
No. But if I did, I would know it right away. I'll
You'd be
never
able-
forget.
You'd be able to recognize that person.
100%. Even now, all these years later. If he walked in the store right now, I would instantly know.
Why would
Did
he?
you go
though?
to the police?
No.
Why?
Because I was scared.
She's very curt. No.
No.
She's very definitive when
No,
she says no.
Yeah, because she knows that the implication behind that question. Did you go to the police? If no, then did that really happen? Like
It's
that's why
good that
she's-
she took a fitness class after she just got threatened, her and her kid. She went, I still got to work out.
I respect that. Well, her job.
You know what I mean?
She's got to stay in shape.
Yeah, but if you're so rattled, you're probably just going to drive home. You don't want to go into the fitness class, come out an hour later, and this guy could be in the parking lot doing something. So you're probably just going to go home and lock your doors.
Or tell somebody.
Yeah.
You don't think you so, Florentine, you have a kid. If you're a woman and somebody threatens you with your kid right there, you wouldn't just drop your kid off at a nursery at a gym and go work out?
Yeah, I probably. Yeah, look, I got to do back and buys today. Fuck that.
And, to me, I think you've done the world of comedy and entertainment a great service
by
bringing Barbara Corcoran.
You know, because I want to tell you a story about a young girl, and she became a waitress. And when she was struggling, she got a loan for $1,000, and from that loan became. I'm out.
Yeah,
Barbara looks like Lady Lane Fairchild from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about Barbara Corcoran.
Barbara from Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, yeah. She's my favorite. She'll always ask, how'd you come up with that idea? Interesting. Fascinating. I'm out. But she, like...
I always bring her, because first of all, I love, because I'm watching the Netflix special, and I'm like, I can tell half the people in this room have no idea what he's talking about, but he could give a fuck because he's doing the Barbara Corcoran.
If it's that, I mean, it was either that or do my Liza Minnelli impression. Those are the best impressions I do. But and a great Joe Mackey.
I've heard you do a good Joe Mackey.
Have you heard my Joe Mackey?
No.
Oh, I do a really good Joe Mackey. I do. I talk just like Joe. And Sam Morril. I'm the kid, not him. That's great, Sam. But yeah, so... And I do a wonderful Liza Minnelli. But I feel like most of your audience has no idea who Liza Minnelli is. But Barbara Corcoran, my favorite is if you watch Shark Tank, literally one time there was two guys up there and she'll throw you a curveball. Be like, you know what? I'm really enthusiastic about your product, but I'm not enthusiastic about you. You know all the answers. You're too smart, you're too slick, and I'm going to go with my gut. I'm out. But then someone will come in with like a bowl of mayonnaise. She's like, I'm in for $800,000 for 1% of your company.
I have a theory that I've been trying to push about Barbara Corcoran for a long time.
Go on.
She has no money to her name.
Probably not. I mean,
every dollar that she has, she invested in that stupid lobster truck.
No, in that hot pink suit that she insists on wearing all the time.
Because I swear, I have never seen her invest in one idea other than the lobster truck.
There was a lobster truck. I think one time I went for ice cream. I really go based off my stomach. If I'm hungry, you're getting a deal.
That's it. It's like going grocery shopping when you haven't eaten.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think she has any cash. Everybody, even Robert Herjavec, eventually...
I'm so sick of his story. You know, my father was a Croatian immigrant. I know! We know! No, I mean it's the same thing.
It's
Mark looks like he's wearing a mask. I mean they're all a mess.
It's been 10 seasons.
Oh,
There's
I
only
love it.
so many
I
stories to tell.
I love that. And one time,
Has she had a little work done?
I wouldn't say I had work done, but I would say that I have a new face. No, she one time there was like someone was handing out like syrup or something, and then you could just hear her in the background go, "Oh, what bucket?"
So Barbara Corcoran, they have Mark Cuban on the
never
show.
watched it.
So you got to watch it. It's the greatest show on
Jen,
television.
comics love the show.
Really? It's so
Yes.
great.
I mean, everyone loves it, but specifically, kind of like Ryan Hamilton and I and Nikki Glazer are obsessed with Shark Tank.
Plus,
Obsessed.
if you have ADD, you can watch it for 5 minutes and get the same amount out of it. You could watch it for either
Okay.
5 minutes or 8 hours. It's all the same.
It's really
But,
good.
They have Mark Cuban, who everybody knows, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, who's he's
Not so wonderful.
That's
I
right.
can't tell if I'm doing Sherry O'Terry's Barbara Walters or some weird mix of Barbara Corcoran, but I'm excited and people seem to like it.
They have Damon on, who's the guy who created
Is he the black guy?
Yeah, he created
We've had
Fubu.
him in, yeah.
Yeah, he created Fubu.
We interviewed him. I remember he was a nice man.
Right. They have this woman from QVC.
Lori, the one who
Lori.
goes, I'm out.
Right.
For that reason,
Right.
I'm out.
Unless she thinks she can sell it on QVC.
Yeah.
Then she's in.
She's also the one, like, everyone seems to have, like, normal lighting, and then hers is as if Jesus opened up the gates of heaven for her face. I mean, it's, like, really bright lighting. I'm like, Lori. It's the same with Mariah Carey. I met Mariah Carey 2 weeks ago.
I saw.
And,
How'd you meet her?
MTV was, like, doing fans meet her in an elevator. The producer knew me and threw me in there. And she was great. She was well-lit and nervous. But, but it was so weird because we're all in this shitty elevator, and the lighting is horrible. And then there's Mariah, like lit by God.
And what'd you say to her?
I was like, I love you.
Do you love her?
Oh, I do. I love her. I mean, I have a history with Mariah Carey. Like, I've had a love-hate relationship with her, but she's on a really good path right now, and she's working towards her voice, and she's like, seems like she's good. She's
Why'd
really
you
good.
hate her?
Because she was with this horrible manager named Stella and making weird choices, and I just thought her legacy was better than that.
Oh.
You follow pretty closely.
Oh, I mean, like a hawk.
Good.
I follow like all these Mariah Carey Instagram accounts just to see like what notes she's hitting live and stuff.
I would literally rather listen to the Khashoggi murder. But it's not that I don't.
It's not that different. It's the same sounds.
But she's got a great voice. But I know she has an amazing voice. It's just not what I like.
What about that?
Her voice is for specific people, and by specific I mean gays.
So you didn't tap out on Mariah Carey when she did that New Year's perforce that she just quit
it
halfway
made me
through?
like her a little more because she's the one person where something like that can happen to her, and she's just like, yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like she never. That's it. Like, and it's kind of over. But then also when you have 18 number ones, everyone's like, yeah, she wrote that Christmas song. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, we're fine. You know that Christmas song is number 8 in the country right now? Not in digital holiday charts. The number 8 song in the country right now is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Well, who comes out with a Christmas song that actually turns into a Christmas song?
Mariah Carey.
Like, those songs are already well established
The
for
Beatles
decades.
did it. Didn't they have one?
So this is Christmas. John Lennon. That's a Beatle. And then Paul.
Who sings
Paul
I Want to
McCartney.
Wish You a Merry Christmas? Oh, no, that's
Jose Feliciano.
Okay, oh, yeah, that was one.
Bing Crosby. It's so funny to listen to music and be like, he just beat the shit out of his kids.
I know, it makes me enjoy his music more, actually.
May your days be merry and bright. But just beating his kids.
Yeah, because it really feels so warm and wholesome.
Yeah.
And just destroying them physically.
By the way, right now, Rich is struggling on the toilet.
You think so?
Oh, he's trying to pinch off a loaf and it's not going
His
well.
little legs are straight out.
But he left going, yeah, I don't do my legs. And then went out for the gym. I was like, you got what?
But as you watch this Shark Tank show, the greatest dynamics in the world to me, there's 3 great dynamics on the show. Number 1 is Mark Cuban. He has this way, when you buy things on eBay, the best thing you can do is snipe. Like that makes no sense to bid on anything on eBay days in advance. You have to wait until 30 seconds, 10 seconds before the auction ends, and you just come in and quickly bid.
I'd rather just buy it outright.
Well, if it's an auction, you can't.
You can't?
Right.
People,
eBay's so
sometimes.
Stressful.
But like Mark Cuban does that on the Shark Tank. You all right, Rich? How did everything...
We were discussing how well your shit was going.
You were struggling. You were struggling.
Can you shit publicly? Like you can do that? You don't
Every
have
night
any-
on stage.
First of all, I don't talk about that, but it was the
Smart.
second one
That's
today.
what draws the line with you?
Well, it's the easiest humor in the world, and these guys, that's what they do. They're like fucking
Suddenly
kid
it's inside
humor,
the
these
extra
two.
studio with Rich.
Right. I know.
We can't
goes
discuss
for a
taking-
higher
I
plane.
don't
Yeah.
discuss taking a shit, but yeah.
Well, he reads great
I know.
newspapers like the Inquirer.
Right.
Is it harder for you to shit like the morning after it's been pushed up into you?
Depends if I'm getting some. Right now, no. So
Well,
things are going great.
You have a boyfriend, I thought you had.
No, I don't have a boyfriend anymore. Je
No,
suis single.
really?
Mm-hmm.
What a great life being gay.
Why?
You
can hit their fuck guys.
You can hit your spouse.
What?
Nothing.
Did you hate your boyfriend? Did you beat him up?
No, I'm not a piece of shit. I didn't hit my boyfriend.
Is it in the gay community? Is it generally accepted that
Literally not one person.
Right,
No.
right. That's the first you've ever
I
heard.
like how
that.
Rich, of all the things the gays have done, he's like, yeah, you can hit your boyfriend. Like, what?
Now, you don't understand. Rich knows a lot about being gay, but just not living a gay lifestyle. He understands certain parts of it.
I've seen his outfits. He knows very well what it's like to live a gay lifestyle.
Thank you. That means I'm a good dresser.
No one said gays are the best dressers. They just dress differently.
You don't think gays are better dressers than
Sometimes no, and gays would admit that too. There's gays walking down the streets like, girl. You know what I mean? But we choose the best dresses and make the best dresses.
Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. Let's.
Well,
I
we were
went to the
talking. We
bathroom.
were. I mean, we did like 15 minutes of show.
We
while
were
you were on
talking
the
about
toilet.
Shark
long?
Tank.
Yeah. We were talking about Shark Tank, and
Do
I
you
was
watch
saying,
Shark Tank?
I love it when
See?
I watch it.
Okay.
It's
So the
I'm
comics
just so
love it.
produced, but I love it.
Oh yeah.
the
it
first
is.
dynamic is Mark Cuban jumping in and sniping up purchases, like in the middle of a negotiation. You know, whoever, Lori Beth will go, I'll do $500,000 for 20%. And the guy goes, will you do 15? And Lori goes, And Mark goes, yeah, I'll do it. And they go, okay,
Yeah.
done. And Lori's like, what happened?
But I don't like when Mr. Wonderful's like, I'll give you the money, but it's a loan, and I want 2.3% back, and then -5. And if you take this ion, I'm like, wait a minute, this is confusing for everyone.
I learned all my business acumen from Mr. Wonderful on that show.
Really?
And that's why when we were negotiating our serious deal, all I did was tell my agent, I don't want to sign anything in perpetuity.
and they're like, you got to stop with this.
Some of it makes no sense. Like they go, well, what did you bring in last year? $4 million. And you need a $75,000 loan.
Yeah.
What do you do with that $4
Because
million?
We bought a lot of
They
inventory.
go on the show because they get
Yes.
all that exposure.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
You know.
What was the big one? I love the shirts. They're so
On the one
soft.
on your chin.
Well, when I'm lucky.
The biggest one, Lori has the biggest selling product was the sponge with
That's
the
what I mean.
smiley face.
Yes,
yeah.
those are
Scrub
the
it
best.
down. Whatever,
Scrub it
Mr. Scrub.
Yeah, whatever they're called. Scrub
Yeah.
something. They're phenomenal.
Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy.
Daddy.
Which
Why,
is a
how
whole
much did
other
they
thing in the
make?
gay community.
What did they make?
Sponges.
Sponges.
I mean, how much money?
I don't know, but I know I love the shirt.
Yeah.
The most comfortable shirts.
Really?
Promotional
Scrub Daddy
item.
has good shirts?
I have two of them, blue and an
How
orange.
did you get Scrub Daddy shirts?
They sent them in.
So send me a Scrub Daddy shirt.
I was DDP Yoga went on the show. You know, DDP went on to do DDP Yoga, and all the sharks were like, I don't think there's anything to invest in here. And DDP was like, yeah, I guess not. And he was like, dude, do you understand? After I did Shark Tank, in 48 hours, I did 7 figures in sales. He was like, it was just a commercial.
7 figures?
$1 million.
It is just a
in
commercial.
sales.
But if it's a commercial, you got to behave well. I mean, you can't go on and cry. I hate people who cry.
Yeah.
It's like just because everyone in your
Don't
family's
go to his
dying
show.
doesn't mean that your product's any better. You know.
No, you're 100% right.
But then everything started burning down. I'm like, what? That doesn't make this T-shirt better. Like,
Yeah, why would I still buy this? I'm
Right,
sorry that
yeah.
your fucking family is dead, but
The second dynamic is this guy, Robert Herjavec, is on there, and he's
great
like,
hair plugs.
Great hair plugs. he's a Canadian guy, but he's an immigrant and all this stuff, and he founded
His father's the immigrant from Croatia.
That's right. He's from a family of immigrants.
His hairline has been sliding up and down the forehead for years.
you
But
don't think that's legit hair?
No, but he figured it out. It looks, I can't wait because I'm starting to lose my hair, so I can't wait till I can get hair plugs. My hairline's going to start in like 2 centimeters above
Why not
my eyebrows.
Propecia? We had Andrew Schultz yesterday talking about taking Propecia.
I know Propecia. I tried it for 3 months and felt like I was a zombie.
Why? It fucks you up?
Yeah, it made me feel like a zombie.
Did it fuck your dick up? I heard you.
Yeah, it wasn't sexual, nothing. I mean, just like nothing. I was
Wow.
on stage and just like a blob. I
Where are
wasn't
you
like
losing your hair?
It's in the back over here, and then it's starting to creep that way. But
You've got a thick, full head of hair.
So I've sculpted it in a way. So it's like longer on these sides, and I blow it out and then bring it forward.
Oh.
But what's interesting is like when it's windy out, because I've sculpted it, I have to like move my head to whatever direction the wind's going.
So are you worried now about losing your hair? Like, is this something you like, fuck?
No, I was at first, and now I'm like, whatever, I'll just go to the gym.
That's smart. Yeah. You this is what I have control over. Let me focus on this.
Yeah, I got control over my pectoral muscles. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not that worried. It's managing to look like something right now.
Are you scared that your forehead will look like his someday?
You know what's so funny? Like from your eyebrows up, you're the bad guy from Home Alone 2. And Home
Marv?
Alone. Yeah. Is that what's his name?
From the Wet Bandits?
Yeah, from the Wet Bandits. Yeah.
Daniel Stern?
Yeah. Didn't he do the voice in Wonder Years?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, good for him. What's he doing lately? There you go. Specifically the first one.
Is that Randy
Yeah.
Quaid?
No, that's Daniel Stern.
That looks like Randy Quaid.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to look like when I die. The skeleton. But Robert Herjavec, every time on that show, he offers a deal. And every time they turn him down.
Yeah.
And it's just
because he just seems like a boob. I don't know. He
Right.
seems like too like you can walk over him.
It's
Are they
almost
all
like the
multimillionaires. Everybody. On the
Everyone but me.
Well, that's the third dynamic is that Barbara Corcoran never gives anybody any money because she doesn't have any. I'm just
Except a bowl of mayonnaise and some lobster.
Then why is she there?
Every time I don't know. Every time
Pursuits.
she said that she made her money in real estate, but every time I watch the show, I'm just waiting for her to be like,
Can we look at how much she's worth?
yeah,
I'm
well,
sure she's like $70 million. So, you know, she's got a.
You know what? I love the product. I think that you guys are great. Unfortunately, I'm a little cash poor right now, and for that reason, I'm out.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what I'm doing here, so I'm out.
Wow.
80 million.
80 million.
That's what it says.
Good.
I don't believe it.
So
I think. I mean, she's
I would
gotta
say
be
it's
worth.
40 then at least.
She was she was a businesswoman, author from Edgewater, from Jersey.
I guess so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Millionaire in Jersey?
Yeah.
Mark's worth the most. I mean, Mark could buy everybody out on that lineup.
Right. Well, Mark's
Is he a billionaire?
Yeah.
Doesn't he own a football or basketball
Basketball.
team?
The Dallas Mavericks, yeah,
Yeah.
but he also started like networking, computer networking. They got in on that early, and that's how he made most of his money.
And he bought a ton of domain names really early on.
Oh, did he?
He bought
Okay.
like sandwich.com and pickle.com and all this stuff very
for him.
early.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And was able to sell it. But Mr. Wonderful has a lot of money too. I mean, I've been trying to move Jim Norton and Sam Roberts off of SiriusXM and onto the Something Wonderful platform. You know, he always
I
pushes
think,
the Something Wonderful platform.
What's he worth?
Oh, wow. He's worth $400 million.
See, Kevin O'Leary. He's the greatest. He's my favorite by a mile.
Yeah.
You
How
know.
many Chicago accents? Horrible.
What's Mark Cuban worth?
I'm gonna
Literally
guess
$1
$5
billion.
billion.
I mean,
You
he's got to
think
be
so?
worth. Yeah, he's so much money.
I guess $5 billion, but I could be over.
Do you think he'll get
I
into
guess
politics?
3.9 billion.
$3.9 billion.
Yes.
Holy fuck. And he's young too.
Well, let's not say things we can't take back. I mean,
60.
he's 50
He's
years
60.
old.
He's
Or
60.
60 years old.
But when you're Rich Voss, he
He's
remembers
young.
he remembers 60.
Yeah, you're older
Yes.
than him.
Yeah,
Yes,
60
I
is
am.
young if you're Rich
You
Voss.
look good, Rich.
Thank you.
You do.
61. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know, he
do you
doesn't
think-
look as good as he used to with his shirt off.
It's not happening today.
No, I
You
know,
don't
I
have-
know.
you
I
don't
wouldn't
have
bring
a
it.
competition.
He's in amazing shape.
I know. Every
I-
time I'm with him, he insists on showing me his abs.
Wait.
And
wait.
and I've never showed him mine.
I see yours on the internet every day. What
I
are you
know.
talking
My
about?
Instagram is so. I'm sorry, everybody.
I know you're
I'm
turning,
naked,
you're
but it's
turning
also my
into a
drawings.
female comic.
Well, you
That would happen years ago.
What?
I'm joking. I'm just saying. I love.
you can
Joan
see
Rivers.
Voss's abs on the internet
Do you
every day
think-
too.
Do you think Mark Cuban will go into politics?
I don't think so. We would know by
No.
now. I think.
You
we
don't
would
think
know.
so?
No.
This is a dumb question while you're talking about abs.
He's trying to get the conversation
I know.
off of him taking his
Thank
shirt
you.
off.
It's not
Well, we
happening.
can steer this right back there.
Oh no.
You've never seen Rich with his shirt off?
Yes, he
He
has.
showed me every day.
But with the
Yes,
shirt
I
all
do.
the way off?
Yes,
Yeah.
he'll come to the cell and
Thank
be
you.
like, "I've got
So
abs."
stop.
And
Wait,
be
wait,
like,
wait, wait, wait. That's not fair.
No, it's not. We have to beg for it.
Yeah, you'll
Who
Who photoshopped that?
I don't think that's Photoshop.
That's really funny.
They do some good ones.
Oh, you look good there. Look at that. The second one. Yeah, Rich, you look good.
Rich, you'll show Mateo.
Madonna.
Look at my head.
Guarda.
You'll take your shirt off for Mateo and not for us?
No, stop it. It's not. Let's.
That's not even sort of cool,
it's
is it?
hacky. Let's not do it.
You
to
look
the
like my
hacker.
Instagram on this Google search.
Did you know?
Look at his pictures online. Go
Jim,
look at
did
him.
you know that Rich went on Bennington's show and said that we were hacks and not a real radio show because we make him take his shirt off?
I didn't say. I said that bit's hacky. I didn't say you were
What's
hacky.
wrong? What's hacky about wanting to see a friend? in
You
good
said
shape?
the bit's hacky, and you said we're not a real radio show.
Oh, probably.
Okay.
But that's what Voss does. He'll go somewhere and just badmouth his friends.
Exactly. And he wonders why everybody hates him.
Exactly.
Not everybody.
Everyone,
but a lot
everyone
of
with a comedy
people.
club.
Do you feel like we're entitled to a bit of an apology after that?
100%. 100%.
How do you like to receive apologies?
This shirt stinks.
It's not happening. I'll walk out.
Don't
I got
walk
other
out,
shows
Rich.
lined up.
No, you
do
don't.
not.
Yes,
No,
I
you
do.
don't. What do you do?
not.
You go get demolished
Sit
on
down.
Pete Dominic?
Sit down. It's not happening. Come on.
Can we take a
It's
vote?
not happening today. I swear to God. And if it did happen, which it's not, it's at the end of the show. I'm not taking my shirt off in front of Adonis over here.
Well, he
Mateo.
doesn't care. He's not
No,
going to fuck
but
you. He's your
in the
friend.
best
Mateo,
shape
has
I've
Rich given
ever
you a
been.
Christmas present yet?
Rogan.
No.
He hasn't.
No. I didn't know that was a thing.
Are you guys running out of material? Let's do some. Let's talk.
We are.
talking.
We're talking about you.
Yeah.
No, let's talk
Why are
about
you being so
something.
distracting?
Yeah.
You let us move on from it.
Sit down. Sit down. You're fucking. Come on.
Rich.
No,
Microphone. Use your instrument.
Rich.
Fucking
First
shouting
of
in the
all-
thin air.
First of all, I'm bulking up now. This is the off season. This
Let me
is when
see.
You eat and gain weight, and then you lose.
But what
the
are you
mic.
eating to bulk?
You're
looking panicked, Rich.
Carrot cake.
Jim, is he not talking into the mic?
No, he's just fucking a 35-year vet, and he's screaming in the thin air. I can't hear you because you don't have your headphones.
Am I
Right
doing a
next
good
to me.
job?
How
talking
You're doing
about
great.
it? All right,
You're doing great, Mateo.
Yeah, Mateo's talking in the mic.
Well, he's
know?
a professional.
He's a pro. He comes from Broadway.
I don't come from Broadway. I've
I
only
thought
seen
you were-
one Broadway show my whole life.
No, I thought
you were a
lived on
comedian.
Broadway.
No.
Oh.
Lived on
never
Broadway.
done
I live in the
Broadway?
Upper East Side. Everyone's in their early hundreds.
You've never done Broadway.
No.
Off Broadway.
No.
As well as you sing and
Yeah.
dance.
I used to draw for a living.
He's trying
I
to
was
distract.
drawing
Yeah, I
TV
said I'm doing a
commercials
good
for a living.
job.
Storyboarding, right?
Yeah,
Did you hate it?
storyboarded TV commercials. I was fine. I mean, some commercials were worse than others, but I did a lot of fashion ads because I can draw pretty women.
At Bennington's Christmas, not this year, last year, you sang opera, right?
Probably, yeah.
It was amazing.
Thanks.
Amazing. This guy is so talented. You have to see him with his shirt off.
It's not good. If he just goes to my Instagram, you'll see it.
Right,
Yeah.
it's there. Well, that's the thing about, like, Mateo chose to be a comedian. He could have been a singer. Rich could have been a bodybuilder, but he chose to be a comedian.
A body
I was
model.
going to be a speech therapist.
Do you think Rich could have been a torso model?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Yes,
Prove
thorax.
A torso model, like
think he
for like
could've-
those heat and cool pads you see.
You look good there, Rich.
How do they do it?
He can go into a store and be like, "That's me."
He could have been Shaq's body double in those Icy Hot commercials.
I love these photoshopping.
They are very clever.
Oh,
There's
my
a lot
God.
Oh,
of
they're so fucking funny.
fat Rich Voss photos.
Poor Rich.
It doesn't bother me. It's so funny the way they do it.
Yeah, because they make you look really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you look like a Mad TV
Stop.
character.
It's not happening.
Why are you being so distracting?
Because.
Because
Go
what?
on.
Because
We're trying to
listen,
move on,
what happened? First of all, I'm going to tell you what happens. Like, say this weekend when I'm in Doylestown, Friday and Saturday.
At the Cabaret.
At the Comedy Cabaret.
Great club.
The problem with this, and this is why I'm not doing it today 100%, I promise you, I'll walk out.
Okay.
Because they yell,
won't.
every place now is yelling, take your shirt off.
Well, don't
take
you
your
think
shirt
if you don't do it
Didn't
and
hurt
make a
Bert
whole...
Kreischer.
Oh,
That's
you
true.
really?
Yeah, guy's doing fucking sold-out shows everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not because he
it's
takes
true.
his shirt off.
Yes, it is.
It's because he does Rogan every other week. And he's funny. And
Rich
he's
tried
funny.
to make a joke out of it and then realized
No,
he was
I
just
didn't
being
try to make a
insulting, and then he
joke.
tried to turn it into a compliment.
I'm just kidding.
Because he does Rogan. And he's funny.
Hold on, I'm just joking, saying that he takes his shirt off and he sells it. I'm just kidding.
course, you're kidding.
And then he gives me a real answer. Well, no, technically, I know he does Rogan.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Well,
It's
so
fun.
does a million other people.
I know, but like, of course, you know, it's not really.
Rich,
He gets
aren't you worried?
Singular or plural? Pick a lane.
Aren't you worried that by
The gay
not...
man is the one who
I'm
doesn't
not
have a
ready-
list.
Stop. It's not happening.
I know. I'm not asking you to take your shirt off.
I'll
I'm not
tell
asking you to take your shirt
Okay,
off.
we
I'm not going to do
understand.
that. But aren't you worried that by not taking your shirt off,
No, I'm not.
it's going to make more people in Doylestown this weekend where you're performing shout that they want to see you do it
Yep.
there because they didn't get to see you do it on our social media?
Yeah, just get it out of the way now.
I'll do it there. I don't
Like,
mind.
don't
I'll
you?
do it there.
I'll do it there.
Don't you feel
Yeah,
like?
but then 15 people see it.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're not doing Rogan, dude.
Listen, you guys. There's a difference between you guys and Rogan.
What's the difference?
Numbers?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
That was my
No,
joke.
the difference is we're good friends. I'm friends with Rogan, but you guys, I would do anything for.
Except take your shirt
Yeah,
off.
you're not taking your shirt off.
I mean,
Except the one thing we want you to
I'm
do.
not
He just said,
doing
I mean,
it.
physically.
Don't jump on their side. Listen to me.
I'm
They
having
do
a great time.
Come on,
Listen,
dude. We have a
listen.
guest. Would you impress?
No, he's seen me.
If I wasn't here, would you have taken your shirt
No,
off?
not
Yeah, I would have been
today.
done by now.
I have
Yep.
too many shirts on. I gained
You have
weight.
two
I
shirts.
don't-
You didn't gain weight. You look
didn't gain weight. You
skinnier
look
than last
great.
time,
No,
dummy.
I just looked at myself in the bathroom. I said, "It's fucking."
That's what you were
horrible
doing
today.
in the bathroom. You were posing in the best lighting, and you're like, not today.
Not today. Yeah.
Rich, you're
Sit down.
You're
Yeah,
embarrassing
yeah.
us in front of our guests.
Do you really think when you go, come on, that's the way
It
I
works.
No,
Let's go.
no.
There's
Rich,
Not
you're
happening.
embarrassing us in front of our guests.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
a friend
oh,
here.
really?
We have
Yeah.
company.
We're trying to impress Mateo and get him to come back soon. But if he goes, they can't even get Rich to take his shirt off. Like, I'm not doing that
Yeah, I
show.
call
again.
my agent.
First of all-
Rich wouldn't take his shirt off. I'm not coming back.
Exactly. I don't want that to happen. It's embarrassing.
By the way, Mateo is going to be performing at the DC Draft House in DC, San Francisco Sketchfest, JFL Northwest in San Francisco. I didn't know they had that. And Roar at the MGM. He's fucking hilarious.
Come
Yeah,
to
he
the
is.
DC Draft House. 4th and 5th of January. It's gonna be freezing cold, and I'll need love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody check it out. Rich, you take your shirt off?
No.
Why?
Are you doing any wrestling stuff coming up?
Yeah.
Don't you do a live podcast? Do you have a live one coming up?
I don't have a live one coming up. I'll be in San Jose for doing stuff for the WWE Network over the weekend.
Are you going this weekend?
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You back on Monday?
I'll probably be late on Monday.
Okay.
I'm red-eyeing back on Monday, Sunday night.
Yeah.
Get here Monday.
They fly you back and forth?
No,
First
I walk.
class? First class?
They fly me back and forth.
First class?
Is the show ending right now?
No.
Okay, good. I got nervous.
No, we
have
have
an
plenty
hour.
of time.
All right.
We have an
Yeah,
hour.
don't worry.
Rich,
Stop. Stop.
how am I going to stop if you don't just do it? The only way to get me to stop is just to do it.
It's not happening. I'm gassy. I'm bloated. I ate chicken parm last night.
Mod on.
At the cellar, you could have them take a cutlet.
I know you told me last week, and then put marinara. You can't tell an Italian that.
That's true.
Although the chicken cutlet there is great.
Yeah.
It is good.
You
really
got some
good.
mozzarella on it and a little.
So let's go to Litter in Georgia.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. What's up, Litter?
Hey,
Hello.
thanks for taking my call.
Hi.
Ring doorbell. Yeah, they rejected that on Shark Tank.
I'm sure they've made some bad moves
They
and
turned it
picked
down.
some fucking clunkers. It happens. I mean, it's like playing the stock market. Sometimes you make a great bet, and other times you fucking lose a lot of money.
I watch what? I watch the Beyond. Do you watch Beyond the Tank too?
No.
I watch Beyond the Tank, and they go back to look at the businesses. That
Will you
they've-
watch repeats of the tank that you've seen already? The
Yeah,
tank. I
if
just-
Barbara's in it, I watch it.
Yeah, and Barbara's in most.
Oh,
of
it rotates.
Right, because I don't like, I'll look, it's like, oh, fuck, it's Lori, I want Barbara.
You know, I don't like as much what they're doing with the new seasons where they bring on like Alex Rodriguez.
And Ashton Kutcher, get
the
out of
fuck
here.
outta here.
Stop it with your businessman, please. He's
Exactly.
him and Justin Timberlake are the most obnoxious people in Hollywood.
You think so?
We're funny. Shut up.
You're not.
You're not.
Yeah, and I don't like there's the guy who dresses like a cowboy. I don't remember his name, but he always gets into fights with
Donald
Mark.
Cerrone.
I don't think it's
I
Donald.
think it was Susan Boyle.
That's who it was, Susan Boyle. Yeah, but I watch like Beyond the Tank. That's where they go and they go to the businesses that they've already invested in.
Uh-huh.
And I watched one where it was a guy who invented like a red plastic Solo cup, but on the bottom of it there was a shot glass.
Oh, yeah, I remember
so it
that
was like
one.
a party thing, and Damon invested all this money into it, and you just watched the guy get crushed because he was not a good businessman, according to Damon. And he rescinded his offer on Beyond the Tank.
Really? You
Oh,
can,
yeah.
they
But
can
wait a
do that?
second.
Oh, yeah. He was just like, look, I don't think there's any business for us to do
Wait, they
together.
can do it during the episode or after?
After I'm Beyond the Tank.
But wait,
Wow.
there's a shot glass under a glass, so
Yeah,
it's
so-
sitting on the shot glass.
Like the
Right.
bottom of the cup is like shaped like, so when you turn over, it's like, so you can drink a drink, bro.
Right.
Wait a minute, I don't understand.
It's a very bro-y thing. It's like a red Solo cup, right? You hold it there, but if you flip it upside down like you're playing a drinking
It's
game.
caved in. See that?
it's-
Look.
yeah, it's caved
like
in, so there's a shot glass.
Looks like, yeah.
What's
I mean,
I don't get it.
It's ridiculous.
for bros.
It's to drink more.
Yeah.
So you can do a shot and something else out of the same cup?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can do it at the
could
same
put a
time
shot
because it
on
would
one
spill.
end, drink that,
Right.
flip it over, and pour it up with beer.
But why
Right.
not just use two cups? That's so dumb.
And not for
And
the
that's why I
environment.
invested $7 billion, which I don't have.
You're going to get fucking liquid all over the place.
Yeah, it sounds a mess.
It's for France. Like people play beer pong. Like it's
Oh,
okay.
Jim's
They don't.
so adamantly against this.
I hate it. Imagine drinking something and then putting it on the table. You leave the fucking ring. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem messy? Aren't you going to pick up the germs from the table?
That would
my
drive me
Italian
crazy.
mother, my mom would be like,
You don't even drink. You're sober.
I know that, but I don't like germs.
But you could
Same.
do it with juice.
You
juice on one
talking
side, a
off the
wheatgrass
mic.
shot on one side and orange juice on the other.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it's for people who don't mind, like, sharing cups and just want to get alcohol in their systems. And that way they can play their little flippy cup games, and there's more fun alcohol to be poured into it.
What
you
are
know?
some other bombs on this show that they had besides my act?
Ashton Kutcher.
Was
I
he
mean, he
bad?
really is
He
insufferable.
sucks on that show.
He sucks everywhere.
He sits
but he's
there-
really good looking. I mean, that's the problem, is that he's just completely...
Well, that's
He has a good profile.
It's the same.
He's got a good everything.
It's
Look
the
at
same
him.
when they put a celebrity on Project Runway.
Yeah.
That doesn't know about fashion.
Well, I get mad when you watch Chopped and it's like some C-list CW star sitting there. And these people are murdering themselves to make this ridiculous meal made of duct tape and eel. And then they come up, they're sweating, their family's on the line, and then this star is like, yeah, I like the color pink. I'm like, the fuck are you doing here?
Here's what I hate about Ashton Kutcher on the show. Mr. Wonderful will do like the most Mr. Wonderful things ever, and he'll go, this idea. I know you've had this idea. It's your baby. It's everything. You've invested everything into it. You have to know when you have a dog, and this dog needs to be brought behind this shed and shot. And you're just like watching this person's dreams get crushed. But Ashton Kutcher is the guy that'll be like, hey. This is this person's dreams. You don't need to be rude.
Oh, I like that.
You
Good
don't
for
need
him.
to be rude.
No,
This is a
we want
human
Mr.
being.
Wonderful. You need a Simon Cowell. You
Of
need someone to
course
be
you
like,
do.
you suck.
Which one's
Right.
Mr. Wonderful?
He's
Mr.
the
Wonderful's
bald
in the
one.
middle with the Mr. Clean, the overweight Mr. Clean. There's Barbara, Lady Lane Fairchild, Mr. Rochester neighborhood on the left, and the mask from Saw is all the way on the left. That's Mark. And then
Robert Herjavec.
Well, you have a overweight Mr. Clean and then a black Mr. Clean in the middle.
That's
Wait a
right.
minute, do they rotate people for each episode?
Yeah, they
Not for,
usually
like,
rotate
every
the women.
single
which
episode.
sounds-
Ladies
yeah.
aren't on at the same time ever.
Sometimes
Are
they do.
are?
Sometimes they team up like girl power, but usually it's like either Lori or
They usually have
Barbara.
5 people.
What's her claim to fame? That
She
one?
is
Which
the
one?
QVC
Who's that one?
queen.
Yeah.
She's cute.
QVC queen. She's beautiful.
How
Yeah.
old is she?
About early hundreds.
Oh, she's old?
No, I have no idea. You can't tell. She's so well lit. I mean, it literally looks like she's filmed underwater. It's blurry. It looks like a memory. You have no idea what you're looking at.
She's reported to
Very
be.
similar to Lindsay Lohan's Instagram.
She's 49.
She looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, she's QVC. She's got all that good makeup, skin, hair, all that stuff.
Right. And she generally invests in products that somebody could just bring on so that she can sell on QVC, and she makes a ton of money for people. All these, like, the inventions that do well on Shark Tank are all the ones that you see at end caps at Bed Bath & Beyond. Every single update, they're like,
Their last minute thought gifts. Like, wouldn't
all
that
of
be
them.
fun?
All of them. Every single update, they go, before we went on Shark Tank, we were making everything out of our garage, and now we're at every Bed Bath & Beyond.
By the
We've
way,
done $1 million.
Best
They're
store in the
dumpster.
country. Bed Bath & Beyond.
You
I love it, but it is
The best store in the country.
really stressful. I mean, you walk in, I'm stressed out. The one in Chelsea, you walk in, it is a stressful day.
It's
There's
just
also-
shit on top
They
of
have
it.
There's also a-
everything.
They do. I love it.
Yeah.
If I had room in my apartment,
Yeah.
I'd buy things.
There's also a store in the mall that has just the stuff you see on TV. That
As seen on
all-
TV?
as seen
Yeah.
on-
Yeah.
all this stuff that you can,
But that's
And
like infomercial stuff.
Which
Yeah. But there's some
the
of this
best
too, like some of the
Shark
infomercial,
Tank stuff too.
Magic
Yeah.
Bullet. Magic Bullet is the best infomercial. Have you guys seen the Magic Bullet
No.
infomercial? Oh,
Yeah.
First of all,
I
it's
bought
like
the
there's an
Magic
Australian host and some blonde woman, and they're like at some they're like with friends making breakfast, and they're doing the usual thing like you can do this and this, and then some grizzled there she is with the cigarette. Go back to the images. Some grizzled woman named Hazel comes down, and she literally goes. If you click on the third picture,
With the
she's
cigarette.
in the house coat. She comes down. She's like, I hate garlic, stinking, nasty garlic, and she's smoking a ciggy. That makes no sense in the infomercial, but it's so memorable. It's and then like, well, Hazel, if you take this and that, but she just was. Look at her.
It's great.
It's a Sherry O'Terry character.
I've never seen that infomercial, but now I'm going to like seek it out.
Oh, it's so good. Just Google. I mean, Magic Bullet infomercial.
And by the way, like I know why you see all this stuff because CNBC, and I was talking about it when Howie Mandel was in here. The Deal or No Deal is one of the few shows that I'll accept taking away my Shark Tank marathons. But like CNBC, they'll run Shark Tank because the stocks are once the stock market closes, they got nothing to do on that channel.
It's like Lifetime. Like, put another Golden Girls on.
Yeah, so they'll run Shark Tank from like 7 p.m. until 2 a.m. 3 nights a week, every week.
And comics are grateful.
And then at 2 a.m., infomercials until the stock market
So are you
opens.
up that late normally? Is that why you're watching them?
I'm usually up that late watching Mariah Carey high note compilation videos, but that's the god honest truth. And then I wake up and watch The View. But yeah, I mean, I love My cousin and I used to stay up and wait for infomercials. I love infomercials that are about food. Turbo Cooker, Magic Bullet,
Set it and forget it.
I mean, all of it. I love all of it because it is to me the most entertaining thing in the world.
It's great.
I bought off of the things you put between your car seat and your console down there that catches everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, is the French fries?
Yeah, I bought 2 of those, 2 for $20.
Does
Then
it
I
work?
also bought, yeah, they're fucking great.
Do you buy them off TV when you do you call actually
No,
call
no,
them,
I
or
get
you see them in the store?
I see them in the store. I also off of Amazon. I saw these other things you put between your car seat that puts extra stuff in it. Whatever, just it's like an extra glove compartment.
Do you think Rich is a good describer of things?
No, well that
awful. You put it between your car seat. It put extra stuff in it.
Could you visualize it?
No, it's like a child. It's like an 8-year-old telling you something.
It's like a 3-year-old's drawing. Like, is this a house? No, this is us.
Yeah.
Oh,
You put it in your car seat and put stuff in it.
Yeah, how many?
Go buy
This
it.
many. Oh,
Put extra stuff.
I'll invest.
It's called extra stuff.
You know, I don't know what you're talking about, but I like you and
Yeah.
I invest in people.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Can't understand your accent. Sounds like you have a list, but I'll go in for $700 million for 1% of your company.
I had an idea. This is so true, and my friend and I were going to do it where you take like a punching bag, and you have maybe this much spring on it.
Put your boyfriend's face on it and sell it to the gays.
No.
Yeah, you know how the gays like to beat their boyfriends up.
And with
For
a clamp,
practice.
you can put it on your golf cart. Hold on, because people when you play golf, you get so fucking mad. Instead of breaking a club, you could hit the punching bag, a novelty thing, right? So we never went anywhere with it.
by the way, do you know what kind of asshole you look like on a golf course with a punching bag?
Wait a second. Stop. Then I saw online this guy invented the same punching bag with a suction
There's
cup.
a G at the end of the word.
With a suction cup, 300 million hits.
Mamma mia.
300 million.
Wait, where's it go?
Golf course.
Punching bag.
Punching bag for your desk.
Punching.
For your desk.
For your desk.
I
can't even believe that's.
There it is.
That's not the same
You
idea.
just-
Do you know how much that
Yeah.
must? Do you know how many of those fucking fly off the desk?
Yeah,
That
which
dumb
makes it even
suction.
worse.
300 million hits on Facebook.
So they took your idea, they made
No,
it better,
no.
and they sold it.
No, that wasn't my idea. They just had the same idea.
And they
And-
explained it well.
Yeah. You know, it was like a clamp on your golf bag.
You take this thing and put your stuff on it.
Like a
Listen.
punching bag.
You put a clamp on the bottom of that, and you could clamp it onto your fucking golf cart.
No, I
and
get
you
it.
fucking
I
instead of breaking a
guarantee.
club.
So why don't you just rent it anyway? A golf cart.
Look, if you learn
I don't
anything,
have motivation, and I don't have the money to patent it.
if,
I
with
do
that,
have the money.
it's
to
10
patent
grand to
it.
get a patent.
that's what they.
How
that's
much
what-
is it to get patent?
I think 10 grand.
That's a lot.
That's what you learn on Shark Tank, though. They're like, what do you own? What stops me? Every time Mr. Wonderful just kills everybody, he goes, let me ask you something. If I like your idea, what would stop me from making the Mr. Wonderful punching bag and clamping that onto my golf cart? And they go, well, we were first to market. Well, we're here.
All they have to do is say we have a patent. If they have a
But
patent,
that's the
they can-
point.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
they don't.
If they don't, they're yeah. What were you going to say, Rich? Tell me.
patents are they're easy to get around because all he has to do is add one little thing to it.
That's right.
And then it's, so,
That's right.
you know,
That's what you-
it's the same with when you write something, put it in the Writers Guild or protect it. It's so easy to go around it and just take your show or your idea. Because
Now, here's what I do. I write all my ideas, and then I mail them to myself. It's foolproof.
That's right. Send
Nobody's
the
going to
old
rip me
email.
off.
I just write it in my notes.
Yeah. It's fine.
Emailing it to yourself helps.
What, to have the date on it?
Yep.
So it's stamped?
Does help.
Mm-hmm. Have people stolen your ideas before, Rich? He's nodding.
Yep.
What idea did they steal, Rich?
The bullet.
The magic
That's what a
bullet or the
toothbrush-
bullet from a gun?
You want to? Well, I'm going to tell you. the truth. You won't believe it, but I'll tell you the truth.
You invented the bullet.
No.
1870.
In, what,
Here's
in,
what you
in
do.
1970. Hold on.
Tell me with your shirt off, bro.
No, in 1977, a friend of mine who was an artist, we took sneakers. This is 100% true, and I we drew checkers on them, right?
Okay.
And it was red and white. I was the only one. I said to my father, "Can you give me money so we can get this business started?" He said, "You're always trying to get rich quick." Those are probably a multi-million.
He was trying to get rid of
He gave
Rich
you the
quick.
idea. He named you.
No, but you know what I'm talking about, the sneakers with the checkers.
Yeah.
When did
I
Vans
did
come
that.
out with the checked sneakers?
Look it up. See if it's before 77.
I was going to say 1942.
Those are the sneakers.
Yeah, I mean, that was like Vans' first thing, right?
Yeah.
So,
How
so
old?
see if you can, like,
started in 65.
okay, so they were doing it in
You
1965.
were 13 years late.
No, nobody. Those weren't their first pair of
Hush
sneakers.
now.
See if you can do like Vans Wikipedia. You did something. Vans created it at least 10 years before you.
No,
did.
they didn't.
Yeah, you were late, Rich.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Late again.
That's like me inventing a scrub daddy now. People are like, you idiot. It's been done.
No, there's a face on
Fool,
mine.
Jim.
Yeah, let's see.
But those sneakers.
Founded in 1960.
1944.
Okay, but those sneakers didn't come out until the 80s.
That's not true.
Well, how do you know? You don't. You're saying facts you don't know. Nobody had those sneakers when we did it.
Except for
telling you.
Vans.
Vans had already done it.
Except for Vans.
All right.
Troy, you're kind of a fan of Vans sneakers, right?
Yeah, of course. I have Vans on right now.
Yeah, would you say that they had those check sneakers pretty early in the game?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and see, there's no proof. You can't go to court and go, "Oh, I'm sure."
You would just
Proof.
ask Vans when they did it, and they would just prove
They
it.
would
No,
not
we
prove
didn't.
All you have to do is prove it to me now.
Why would they?
You.
I don't need to.
What would you guys invent if you went on Shark Tank?
I've thought about that. I have
audience?
just no. I wish. I have never have any invention ideas. For as much as I watch that show, I have never
it's hard.
had.
A lot
I
of
have
stuff's
another
been
one.
thought of.
Yeah.
You have to think of something kind of clever that no one else is.
Something that annoys you every day,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, there is no thing for that.
They're like, all
Yeah.
you have to do is solve a problem that we all have, and I'm like, I'm fine.
I'll
You
give
know?
away one right now.
Okay.
And whoever takes it, if you want to send me 10%, because they don't have
Is this
them.
like when you gave away your password on the air?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yes, what I'm going to do for you people out there. Then, if you want to give me 10%, golf pants. Okay. they
God, you
come-
love golfing.
But
He really
listen to me.
does.
Yeah.
What's this?
They come down
a
like-
fucking little
they
bouncy
come
castle
down
you can
like-
bring on the golf course.
They come down like flares.
Right.
But on the inside, they're tight. They're tight to your skin, so ticks can't crawl up your legs. So there's like
Why don't you pull your socks up?
The leg is tight to your skin.
Then why the flare? For the look?
For the look, so it doesn't look like you're wearing just tights on the bottom.
The tick's a big problem in golf?
Yeah, and in Jersey.
Wait, so you
yeah.
mean
It's-
like joggers that have they're kind of baggy sweatpants but are tight at the ankles?
Well, they're pants, but
Yeah.
tight at the ankles.
I mean,
but
those
they
pants
have-
already
They end at the calf. They're fucking culottes.
Well, whatever. So ticks. No, you got to get them to the ankles because ticks will go anywhere their
Rich,
skin.
like that's joggers you're describing. They already exist.
Just
Yeah,
wear,
no, but
or
they-
you could
okay.
just wear socks.
See those,
They just
see
pull
them
the socks
joggers?
up.
Yeah, I do. I pull
Just-
the socks over my pants.
Then problem
No,
solved.
you don't.
We have socks.
Yes,
Who, you
I
the
do.
fucking Night Stalker? That's what Richard Ramirez would do when he
Did he
broke in
really?
to rape old ladies. Yes, because he didn't want his pants getting caught on anything. He would tuck his pants into his socks
Yeah, I do that.
when he climbed into a window.
Look at all these.
So horrible.
Look at all these baggy pants that are tight at
Stupid.
the ankles
You
that
don't
are available for
understand. I'm talking
$25.
about slacks.
I know what he's saying.
Okay, and then on the
You're
outside-
talking
You're not
into
talking
no
into a
one.
microphone.
It's a
and then
microphone.
the outside of they're slacks. Those are sweatpants, and they are.
He means tight underneath, and then the fabric on the outside going like bell bottoms, but underneath the bell bottoms,
Just wear
it's around your
leggings
leg.
underneath your
Yeah.
pants.
In the summer.
It's the
Well,
same
what's
thing.
the difference? You have
Because
two
it's
layers
one-
over there.
No, it's not two layers. The second layer is really
You've got a
just,
flare, so everyone's going to call you a faggot. And then underneath that, you've got tights,
We
and
don't
then you've
use
got
that-
socks over that. And at that point, the tick wants nothing to do
We
with
don't
you.
use that word here.
Well,
Tick?
she
Sure.
does. And by she, I mean me.
Yeah, I mean he is right. I mean it would just be like wearing long socks. It's the same thing.
You don't get it. You're stupid.
I'm going to tell you, Rich.
Socks. Ticks
not
can
a good
crawl-
idea.
No, ticks can crawl up socks and hit your
Oh,
skin.
that's so awful.
They can't hit.
What
your
else-
skin.
what else
I
he
have a
inventing?
question about this product. What's a tick?
What else are you inventing?
Him when he's auditioning.
It took you a little longer than it should have, but you're older.
We just actually, Rob wanted to contribute in there. Rob said he's been golfing. Rob is, what is he, 27, 26?
What are you looking for, Rob? Maybe a hat with radar so bats don't bother you when you're golfing?
He's been golfing for 15 years. He said he's only ever gotten one tick.
That is correct.
And
said
that's when he wasn't golfing.
Where do you?
He said it's not a problem.
It was in the pants, but it was one time, and I golfed maybe.
I love all these East Coast
75
accents. Golf.
Listen,
What does
it
your dad say
depends.
when you and him have father-son time?
Oh, no, Rob, don't say it.
Say it.
No,
What's he say?
Say it.
dad and lad time.
Oh my God.
Dad and lad.
I'm happy I don't have a relationship with my father. I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's awful.
You don't? Why not?
I don't know. He was in Vietnam. He's got 2 gay sons. He's emotionally unavailable. What do you think? I mean, this man. No,
Is that hard for him?
Everything's hard for him. He's just one of these men. I haven't spoken to my sister in 7 years. I mean, they're just.
But did your parents know, like, very young? Okay.
Well, the thing is, I'm gay. My brother's gay. My cousin's gay. We grew up next to them, so I'm sure my mom and aunts thought, well, I guess boys just play with Barbie now. I mean, they must have been so confused.
So but were you? Everybody like knows. There's always a kid in school that when they come out, it's not a shocker.
Yeah, nothing was shocking. I mean, I
Right.
worked at Michael's, for God's sakes.
Right. But did your parents know, like, when you came out to your parents, were they like,
I mean,
yeah.
my mother trying to pretend. She's like, I had no idea. Just trying her best to act.
Right.
Of
But
course.
your dad had to have seen the writing on the wall.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Right.
now, like, if my kid, who cares now? Nowadays, like, if my daughters were, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
You know?
some parents don't care. Some still do.
It's a sad thing, Rich.
And maybe it's different for a guy. If I had a son than daughters, maybe you expect more out of a son. I fought in Vietnam, and he's going to be some, and then you're.
My dad tried to take me hunting, and it just never worked.
can't
It's like
hunt-
that
you
scene in The
can't-
Simpsons when Homer tries to take Bart hunting, and Bart looks at him and he goes, "Why'd you take me?" And Homer goes, "Well, to learn to be a man. Why? What's the problem?" And Bart goes, "I don't know. Bunch of guys sitting here alone in the woods. Seems kind of gay."
Yeah.
And Homer goes, "That is a very immature attitude."
Mhm.
That was it. For you.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I would sing Disney princess music, or like, I just was in my own world. There was a video of us ice fishing. Can you imagine me ice fishing? But there's a video of ice fishing. Of course, I'm with all my cousins, and my dad or my sister is holding up a fish she caught, and I'm in the background holding up my pole, reenacting Maleficent and Sleeping Beauty, going, "Forest of Thorns shall be his tomb," and the video just cuts by my father going, "May I tell you?" Like,
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like your dad would have been at all
completely
surprised.
supportive of me and
Right.
my brother. Yeah, he loves us very much. He's just, emotionally not there.
He's gone through a lot.
Of course, he's gone through a
He's
lot,
gone
and
through
I'm like, forgive him. You know what I mean? Like, he's watching his friends die in Vietnam. I'm like, oh God, Grinder's a drag. I mean, it's like I have to put into perspective. So I've been nicer to my dad and my upbringing because of that reason.
We have
He's 64.
We have a caller who actually thinks that Rich's invention says something about his golf game.
Oh, he's gonna say I'm in the woods.
Eric in New
He's gonna
Jersey.
say,
What's up,
I'm
Eric?
in the
Why would you
woods.
spoil it for Eric?
What are you
being hostile?
guessing punchlines for?
Just let a guy tell a joke.
2 Jews walk into a bar. I bet this has something to do with money.
Was that your plan going in? You're like, I'm not going to take my shirt off and I'm going to give away people's punchlines?
No, first of all, this is like Shark Tank, and I'm going to have to argue back. Go ahead. Caller, you're on.
Oh,
It's not what Shark Tank is.
No,
That's
it's not.
hardball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, who's on the phone again?
It's Eric in New Jersey.
Jack
Eric.
Nicholas.
Jack. Barbara.
You're on.
Hey, I live northern Jersey, Sussex County more specifically, where the woods are pretty darn close. I just want to know, where is your ball landing?
Okay.
That you need to have tight pants.
All right, now here, let me. Okay, and
That's a
you're
good
a
question.
golfer. I'm going to tell you this right now. Where I play, in Central Jersey, tons of deer, and there's so much fescue there, and you don't have to hit your ball there. The wind will blow a tick. Okay, you don't have to walk through.
So there's just ticks
the wood.
flying through the air trying to grab
it's
you? Oh,
everywhere.
my God.
It was attacking it. You never seen
This is
that?
like Sharknado, except with ticks.
No, it's Alfred Hitchcock. Like the birds, it was tick. Ticks can fly.
The birds weren't getting blown around. They fly.
Now ticks
Same
can
with ticks.
fly in this scenario.
No,
this
ticks-
is a lot.
No, the
Yeah.
wind can blow a tick.
I don't even think Barbara's still on board for this one.
No.
Look,
The
I've
wind
been
can-
out years ago.
The wind can blow a tick. So
Eric, so
Is that
you're
true, Eric? Is that
So
true?
wait, Rich, you're protecting your ankles Because if the wind makes a tick airborne.
No, he's explaining his invention, which is a golf bag with fans that blow out. This way, any ticks will be blown away from the golfing area.
That's a good
Troy,
idea.
you grew up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You must have experienced a bit of the outdoors growing up.
Of course.
Yeah,
Did you ever have to-
every spring they had to close all the windows because the ticks were blowing into the house.
Did you ever have to deal with flying ticks?
Never. Not
Oh,
once.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
I'm
sure the
just
wind
saying-
has picked up a tick before.
Right,
But I don't
sure.
think this is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, once in a while, a fucking house gets blown due to a tornado or a
And
hurricane.
so there's a
Actually,
fucking
great
radio.
point,
And-
Jim.
If there are ticks flying through the air, it wouldn't explain why you made the protection in the ankle area.
Because
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to
At
me.
that point, just
first
wear a
of all,
BB
how about-
outfit.
let me
Yeah.
tell
Ticks in
you,
your face.
Don't contradict what I say. I know.
Why?
What if
I
it
was-
blows
you
in
took
the
the
air?
words out of my mouth.
Hold on. What if it blows in the air?
Right.
Or you're walking through.
your
Rich, this is a
on.
very gay conversation. It's
I know.
blowing, it's contradicting. I mean, we get it.
All
Put your
it
headphones
blows in.
on.
I'm lit. I don't need them on. What
He's
if
holding
it,
it like Barbra
what if
Streisand
it
in the
lands?
studio.
What if it lands on your shoe and then crawls up your leg? Fuck face.
Do you know how many things would have to happen for your invention to even sort of be
Yeah.
relevant?
It's irrelevant.
Ticks crawl up your legs. They're in the middle of the course.
How
They're
about you
not
play
just in the
golf on
woods.
concrete?
Yeah, it's
You know how
actually a
far
good
the
point.
ball would go?
Exactly.
Whatever. It's my idea, and when I sell it,
Actually, we just found out, contrary to popular belief, ticks do not fly or jump. They do not blow in the wind or fall from trees.
Where does it say
to
that?
land on your head? Ticks' legs can detect carbon dioxide. Blah 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 blah.
Streisand.
Ticks do not jump. Ticks do not fall on you. Ticks don't do any of that stuff. They
Yeah,
they
how
come from
about-
the ground and they crawl up your leg.
not the New Jersey Central tick.
New Jersey Central tick, not Central New Jersey tick.
The New Jersey Central.
No, those fly Delta.
Right. Rich, would you
Yeah,
take your shirt off?
No, no,
We
it's not
gotta take a
happening.
quick
I'll
break.
take mine off if you take yours
No,
off.
no.
All right,
no.
we're gonna take a break.
No.
And when we get back, we will have
it's
one
not
of the
happening.
great man flesh competitions
happening.
of all time. Two of the
Rob will
most.
take his shirt off.
Rob
Sure.
absolutely will.
Rob and you,
Yeah.
Rob, do you work out?
I have. I just started.
I have.
I have worked out before. I have done
great
exercise.
answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we
Why
get
don't
back,
you take your shirt off?
I will. When we get back, it'll be.
Okay, you'll take yours off.
Absolutely.
All completely to the.
100%. You take yours off,
No.
and then I will take mine.
No.
And the
you
one thing
take
I would
yours
never
off
do
first.
is lie to you.
You take yours off. first.
Play, but there's one that is 5 minutes and 43 seconds, and it's pretty much him confessing. And normally I would say I don't want to play a clip that long, but it's.
Do you want to interrupt it as we go?
If we have to, yeah, but I think we should let a little bit of it play because it is basically him walking through the murders. And for anyone that didn't see it last night, because a lot of people might not have seen it, it's a fascinating. I mean, it's much more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because we'll stop as we go because I would also like to hear your opinion on who Charlie is, what that is. So let's
Sure,
maybe
yeah,
let
I
him
forgot
introduce
Charlie,
that.
yes, yeah.
To the
in
audience
the book.
first.
Now picture this and keep in mind that this is
Purely
hypothetical. Hypothetical.
Get anything by this one?
And I guarantee, and she said there was moments where he kept wanting to leave, so
Yeah.
she didn't want to push him. She was great. I loved Judith Regan. She was great.
Yeah,
in this interview.
Yeah.
Very difficult for me to do this. It was very difficult for me.
In detail describing how I murdered my wife.
People are going to believe that this hypothetical that I did cut her throat, even though my blood was there.
Yeah. Look, maybe people are going to believe my confession, maybe not, but I can't. If people believe my confession, there's nothing I can do about that.
People think this is a guy who thinks he's smarter than he is, and
Yeah.
this is a guy whose bullshit charm, because he's a charming guy. But when you're watching this, you're like, you're fooling no one.
Yeah.
Like, he really thinks he's being charming. He really thinks that, like, man, this OJ charm is winning people over once again. It's like, you're a psychopath.
At the end, go ahead.
What Judith said,
Yeah.
that he
Yes.
said to her, that he said that she said they took a break as they were doing the interview, and he leans into her and he goes, "I'll bet you came in thinking you weren't going to like me, but you like me now, don't you?"
Changed your mind, didn't I?
Changed your mind.
Instead of realizing that she's smiling at you to get information, dummy.
Right.
She's smiling at you to get you to keep talking, and so you don't walk out of the interview because she knows you're confessing to murder.
Crazy that somebody
dope,
as manipulative as he clearly is, doesn't understand when he's being manipulated.
Well, because I'll tell you one thing, he doesn't. He's such a famous guy, and OJ was such a loved guy. He doesn't realize, dude, people are just agreeing with you because you're OJ. Like when you're in those social settings, they're kind of like, yeah, right. You're not just charming everyone.
Right.
It's the fact that you're a very famous guy, and people kind of want to be near OJ, and you're a likable guy. But people would still see bullshit, just not call you on it.
Yeah, that's people trying to get OJ to like them.
Exactly.
Not them liking him necessarily.
Yeah, so let's hear this. Okay.
They're gonna they'll believe what they want. Wacky world we live in.
But the hypothetical is
Charlie pulls that out.
Charlie.
He can't even say it right.
He's like, Charlie, right. Yeah, I guess we'll say Charlie for the sake of this.
I want people to remember Charlie. If you haven't heard this, and then at the end of the interview, I want to point something out about Charlie.
Okay.
Shows up, the guy who I had recently become friends with, and I don't know why you had been by Nicole's house, but it told me you wouldn't believe what's going on over there.
Right there, but I know we weren't going to stop it. That's his fucking mind. You won't believe what's going on over there.
Right, that's where it becomes like...
You won't believe what's going on over there.
Yeah, yeah. And what I find fascinating about this whole, especially the confession part, is that it's being billed as a hypothetical. But how can you not remember details in a hypothetical? Like, if starting from the beginning, and it goes throughout this whole thing, we won't stop it every time, but just listen for it. Like, when he goes, I don't remember why Charlie had been over at Nicole's house earlier. Like, you don't have to remember. It's a hypothetical.
Exactly. And why wouldn't you know why Charlie was there? Like, this guy, this sparked the murder, and you don't know why he stopped by your house. You got to see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Just replay it. We'll let it play a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me play for that again. That's a chilling.
Over there.
When he said that, I'm like, that's a conversation he's had in the mirror.
Because he's forgotten his Hollywood voice.
Yeah.
Right?
And I don't know why you had been by Nicole's house, but it told me you wouldn't believe what's going on over there. And I remember thinking, well, whatever's going on over there's got to stop, right? So we kind of hooked up together, and I'm kind of broad stroking this. We go over, get in the Bronco and go over.
Let's just go back and do the details. Where did you park?
Let's do the detail.
You park
in the hypothetical in the alley.
Right. You park in the alley.
Yeah.
Hypothetical alley.
Yes.
Yeah.
You put on a wool cap and gloves.
In the hypothetical, I put on a cap and gloves.
Right.
Yeah.
And you reached under the seat for
a knife. I always kept a knife in the car for the crazies and stuff because you can't travel with a gun. And I remember Charlie
By the
saying,
way, hey, pause for a second. We've already lost the hypothetical.
Of course.
We went from, in the hypothetical, there was that. In the hypothetical, that's where we parked. In the hypothetical, I was wearing gloves. Yes, I reached for the knife.
Yeah. And that might be true. He may have traveled with a knife just in case somebody fucked with him and he couldn't have a gun. He's a famous guy. That's believable. And the wool cap and gloves he might have just had. That's not a crazy costume.
Right. A
All
thing you could
believable,
believe.
yeah.
bringing that, and I didn't, right? But I believe he took it.
Charlie took the knife?
Yeah. In the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, Charlie, hold on. His friend Charlie, who he had just met, for some reason stops by Nicole's house. Oh, she doesn't know why.
Don't know why.
You don't know what's going on over there. So they drive, and for some reason Charlie knows where OJ keeps his knife in the Bronco.
Right.
And then brings it. Because, like, if you know, we're going to talk to your ex-wife, I'll take a knife.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah, there's a Ginsu level knife right under your seat.
Sure.
Let me grab that. If you're not going to, you're just going to do the gloves and the hat? Okay, let me grab this knife.
And, like, your new friend Charlie, like, you wouldn't wonder, I'm going to talk to my ex-wife. Why are you carrying a butcher knife?
Yeah, it's honestly, Charlie, it's inappropriate that you're here anyway. Like, it's going to be a private conversation.
Yeah.
But why the butcher knife?
Yeah, Charlie, why are you taking the butcher knife out? Why am I not questioning you bringing a butcher knife to talk to my ex-wife?
Odd that question wasn't raised to young Charlie.
Fucking Nicholson had a healthier relationship to Grady in The Shining than he has to fucking Charlie.
Gate, you go through the back gate.
Yes.
And it was open or broken or?
I don't recall.
In a hypothetical?
I don't remember.
That's where you're allowed to make up specifics.
I don't recall.
In a hypothetical, you don't remember.
Right.
That's so great.
Right.
Looking to see what's going on. And I can see that it appears like Nicole had candles all the time. She really did, to keep her overhead down, I think. And music was on, and while I was there, a guy shows up.
Pause.
Yeah.
Sorry. It wasn't to keep her overhead down, you dope. It was to fuck guys. What? She's married. She's got O.J. Simpson money coming in. She wants the light bill is what Nicole's worried about.
Of course it is.
To keep her overhead down.
They also, if you light enough of them, they provide they're a great source of heat.
They really are.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Fool.
Keep it tempered. Yeah, and this extremely handsome waiter just happened to be coming by while she was trying to just keep the electricity bill down.
Yeah, just trying to keep the bill down.
Sure.
Yes.
So Ron Goldman comes in the back gate.
Yeah, a guy I really didn't recognize. I may have seen him around, but I really didn't recognize him to be anyone. And in the mood I was in, I started having words with him.
He says to you, I just came by to return a pair of glasses. Judy left them at the restaurant.
Yeah, words to that effect, yes.
And
he was I don't know if I believed it or didn't believe it. It was pretty much immaterial because, I was more concerned about everything that was going on, and was fed up with it, I guess. And
you get into a fight. Nicole comes out.
A verbal
fight.
Got
the fact that he has to say hypothetically, a verbal fight, hypothetically.
Yeah, that's. I don't want you saying that hypothetically I'm a violent man. Hypothetically.
Wow.
At that time, Nicole had come out. And we started having words about who is this guy, why is he here, what's going on.
And she says, this is my house, get the F out of here.
Yes. And
my fucking house.
Which I like because, once again, this is the same person. And if you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were very, very irritating.
Irritating.
And I think Charlie had followed this guy in, wanted to make sure there was no problem. And he brought the knife. As things got heated, I just remember Nicole fell.
Hold on a second. It's amazing the details he'll put in and then the vagary. He doesn't. I remember things got heated and she fell. Hey, dummy, it's a hypothetical. You can admit to because Darden later goes on to say what really happened to her, why she was on the ground.
Yeah, what Darden said later, I guess you should say it, is that Nicole fell to the ground because she was hit in the head with a handle of a butcher knife, which I guess just happens sometimes in verbal.
Sure,
altercations.
clumsy.
That's part of the heated thing that he was talking about.
Right. It's weird. It's weird that he would leave little parts that, if it's a hypothetical, he knows there was some kind of blunt force trauma that drove Nicole to falling. Weird that he would just say, well, I don't know, Nicole fell.
Yeah.
I don't remember why.
Yeah, she just fell. In the middle of the thing, she just fell. So listen, bitch. She just tumbled.
Yeah, she must have fainted. I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. Sure.
And this guy kind of got into a karate thing. And I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed a knife. I do remember that portion, taking a knife from Charlie.
Okay, wait. That's when he goes, I do remember that. Like, as in, like, we've gone so far away from hypothetical land.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the course
Have
of...
you seen this yet, Troy?
2 minutes.
No, I'm dying to see
Oh,
this.
you're just hearing this for the first time? Okay.
In the course of 2 minutes, he's so... I think so eager to get this off of his chest. And this was recorded 2006, but never aired. He was so eager to get it off of his chest that he's completely given up on the hypothetical stuff.
He has. And to me, when I first heard this, and I heard about this when the book came out, the most believable part, it was when he said, and he got into a karate, and I'm like, that is probably exactly what Ron Goldman did. I think he took judo or something.
Right.
But he probably got into a stance to fight, or maybe he just did it instinctively.
And OJ's like, first you come over and you're going to fuck my wife, and now you think you can kick I'm OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
And I'm holding a butcher knife that Charlie gave me.
Wow. Okay.
To be honest, after that, I don't remember. Except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around and
What kind of stuff?
Blood and stuff around. I hate to say this, but this is hypothetical. I'm sorry. I know we got to back up again.
That's okay. I'm going to back up.
Hard. This
He's
is
just
hard.
giggling like he ruined a take.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He thinks he's being charming.
He really does. And then who in a hypothetical goes, I got to be honest.
Yeah, or I don't remember, or that I do remember.
Right.
You don't.
This is not a hypothetical in my personal opinion.
No, it's not. I'm going to say without my opinion, this is not a
It's not a hypothetical.
I can try to make people think that I'm
You wrote in the book, I had never seen so much blood in my life.
Yes.
Covered. You're covered. The scene. Can you describe it?
It's hard for me to describe it. I'm telling you. I don't think any two people could be murdered the way they were without everybody being covered in blood. And of course, I think we've all seen the grisly pictures after. So yeah, I think everything would have been covered in blood.
That's where he starts slipping back to the hypothetical.
Was that the whole thing?
There's a little bit left in this.
Yeah, there's more, but I don't know why.
That's right. When they showed a photo of Nicole and the walkway covered in blood.
Okay.
That music.
Okay.
And what goes through your mind at a time like that?
I don't know. It's like, what happened?
You write about...
See, if it was a hypothetical, wouldn't he just create what would have happened in his mind?
Yeah, nobody gives himself bad memories.
Yeah, of course.
In a
Yeah, you
hypothetical.
just know. Like, I don't know. I guess you would think like, holy shit.
Glove before taking the knife from Charlie?
I had no conscious memory of doing that, but obviously I must have because they found the glove there.
And blacking out?
What?
Have you ever blacked out before?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
No, of course. Of course, if something like this would take place in anybody's life, if it were to happen, I would imagine it's something that you would probably automatically have trouble wrapping your mind around it. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
It was horrible.
Do you
These are
believe
declarative
this-
statements.
Do you believe this stupid asshole gave this interview?
Dude.
You got away with it, dummy! And then he gives this interview, he writes that book, and then he goes to jail for something else. What a stupid asshole.
I got chills when I heard it last night. I got chills when I heard it again. For some reason, that part where he goes, I don't remember taking a glove off, but obviously they found the glove, so I must have.
Is
And
100%
it's like, you
a
just
memory.
admitted it was your glove.
Of course you did. And you admitted that you don't remember, but you knew it had to happen. It's crazy. I mean, is this more than you thought it was going to be, Troy?
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, you just can't believe that he's what he is saying, and he's basically just confessed.
And the
what he
fact
had.
that they sat on this for 12 years, these fucking cowards.
Yeah. Yeah.
With fucking pussies. They had this interview, and they tried to get permission from people to air it.
Just
What
show 'em.
assholes.
I mean, we just put it on. I mean, and when you first heard the stories, you'd be like, CTE is pretty evident.
I
like,
certainly think it was CTE.
I would absolutely believe he has CTE, but I also absolutely believe he's one of the just all-time horrible people. He's a rotten, demonic person.
I think he's a sociopath. He's probably a charming sociopath.
Yeah.
But I think it's CTE a lot more than he almost strikes me as somebody who has doesn't really know why he did what he did either. Like he knows he did it and he's got to own it somehow in his own head. But he's a fucking person. He's crazy.
Well, let's unpack some of that then. Like, first of all, do you think there was an accomplice, or do you think Charlie is made up for the book, or do you think that Charlie is this made up alter ego thing in his head that he doesn't know if it's real or not?
Well, the funny thing is, what was Charlie doing the whole time?
OJ.
That's the thing.
Knock it off.
Charlie goes in with him, just so you know, and then he takes the knife from Charlie. That doesn't remember. He butchers two people. Where's Charlie?
OJ, what are you doing, OJ?
The guy gets into a karate stance. Why don't you and Charlie kick his ass?
Yeah, Charlie quickly disappears from the narrative.
That's what I'm saying. You and Charlie could probably kick the shit out of Ron Goldman.
Right.
And who's Charlie? Was he in a wheelchair? Yeah, Charlie. He's the theoretical physicist, Charlie Hawkins.
I better bring this butcher knife because I'm a paraplegic.
Yeah, and OJ will need help.
Yeah.
Why would you bring a butcher knife if Ron wasn't there yet?
So you don't think Charlie's a real person?
No, it's either that or it was Al Cowlings or one of those. He just wouldn't throw Al under the bus.
In my head, when I first started hearing the story, I was like, I'll bet Charlie is AC. who's the guy who also he's OJ's best friend who drove the other Bronco during the chase, who's like obsessed with OJ. But then the more I heard that, the more I was like, Charlie is like the little man that lives inside Danny's mouth.
Absolutely.
To go back to The Shining. I think Charlie is a made up.
He is.
And maybe OJ like has this in his head. Maybe Charlie is the guy that comes out when OJ is not. OJ is the guy when OJ's on camera, the guy on the Naked Gun, the guy on the sidelines during the Super Bowl. That's OJ. But when OJ gets mad, that's Charlie.
Yeah, I think so too. Because even Al Cowlings, who love OJ, no one would not have given him up if they were there the night of the murder. No one would risk going down for that. It was 100. He was alone when he did it. You don't bring someone to murder your wife.
No.
You don't. That's a personal. Because they described the crime how he stabbed her in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And then they go through what he did. He stabbed Ron in the face like 5 times, and then he fucking grabbed her by the head and just sliced her throat. He was going back and forth,
dragging her by the hair. Yeah, just like this.
He stabbed her in the neck too.
Yeah.
He just went crazy.
Yeah. So,
and he probably doesn't remember.
Do you think he blacked out? Do you think
absolutely.
That part struck me
100% true. I bet he really doesn't. Like, he probably remembers starting it, and then he just went into a blackout rage and doesn't remember it.
Yeah, I think that's true. That struck me as true, that when he came out of this blackout and just saw blood everywhere.
Is that the end of that clip?
I can believe that. That's the official. That is the meat and potatoes of the confession of here's what happened.
Even though we played this first, so the other clips are not nearly as eventful now. But let's just see what happened with the bloody clothes. He does talk about that.
Well, yeah, that's like, I mean, that makes sense that we play it because that's after.
Oh, yeah, he did talk about that after.
So this is now the murders happened, hypothetically. And he's got to hypothetically talk about what those bloody clothes, because there's blood everywhere. A glove was found, a wool hat was found, but the clothes were never found.
Right.
There was, coincidentally, it's weird that he's able to do this hypothetically, and then in for real, in real life, there was blood on the Bronco, his actual car.
Yeah.
Not his hypothetical car.
And he really did lose a glove because, well, they must have found it. There was one there.
Right, yeah.
Good.
So that's,
Good. Well done.
Real, yeah. That's
even his lawyer, Malcolm, got into it with Anthony, his lawyer on...
oh, yeah, his current lawyer.
Yeah. He said something on Twitter about, hey, it was a cash grab, it's no good. But I don't know if he'd seen that yet. But I would love to know, again, as a lawyer, he's going to have to say certain things, but I would love to know what he feels watching that. Like, obviously, look, I think most people are of the opinion OJ did it.
Mm-hmm.
But as the lawyer, how are you now, you see him saying that? And I know you're a lawyer and you got to say lawyer things, but does that affect the way you feel at all? Like, God, he really did.
I mean, lawyers, they say that they have to defend like these horrible people because their job is really to uphold the law as we know it in the country. But I couldn't imagine anybody, lawyer or not, defending OJ at this point.
Oh, by the way, and the funny part is, who I had recently become acquaintances with, Charlie's a recent acquaintance who brings a butcher knife to help kill your wife, does nothing while it's happening, and is never heard from again.
What an eager friend.
Shut up, OJ.
He was a recent acquaintance who, after this, I decided was a bad influence, and I stopped hanging out with Charlie altogether.
If you were hanging out with a recent acquaintance who went by your ex-wife's house and said, well, you got to see what's going on over there, and then knew where you kept your butcher knife in the truck, and then brought it, goes, just in case. And then you took it from him. Here's what you took it from him when you were about to kill someone because Charlie was just holding the butcher knife while you talked to your ex-wife.
And you put on those gloves like they were surgical gloves and said, knife, Charlie?
And a wool hat.
Wool hat?
He is batshit. Oh, Charlie's on the phone. Thank goodness. Good. I'm glad he's a fan. Hello, Charlie.
Hi, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving us the inside scoop, Charlie.
Yeah, no problem. I'll start off with, we did meet a week before at some homosexual club.
Okay.
When we pulled up to Nicole's house,
right.
OJ did put on the hand gloves, and he got out of the car, and I thought it was a little strange. He told me to grab the butcher knife.
Mm-hmm.
But he then explained that she had a meat cooler inside, and we was going to go cut up a piece of filet.
Oh.
So I didn't think it was that strange.
I see. And then So what happened? You're just standing there, and OJ's.
Did he take the knife from you while he was talking to Ron? What happened, Charlie?
Well, when we walked inside,
Hypothetically.
I had the knife in my hand, like I said, and we seen that Jewish fella, Ron Goldman.
Okay.
And he was in a fighting stance like a Ho Chi Minh monkey. So OJ.
Don't break, Charlie.
Went and attacked him. See, I had no idea that Nicole was already on the floor.
All right, Charlie. Thank you very much.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you, gentlemen. While OJ was fighting Ron Goldman, I was making love to Nicole's dead body.
Okay, all right. Goodbye, Charlie.
Charlie didn't know how to end that bit.
No,
Thank you, Charlie.
No, he didn't. That really was. That was an SNL skit over the phone.
By the way, I got some very funny at-mentioned tweets. Some may have been a little insensitive.
About what?
Just the whole thing.
Well,
I don't remember. There was just one that made me laugh out loud for 5 minutes. I don't remember what it was.
Oh.
Just an at-mention. It was extraordinarily inappropriate. I don't remember what it was. It just made me laugh out. I just want you to know that one of you sent me something last night that made me laugh.
They weren't sensitive to the victims?
They were just not appropriate. And,
I see.
I will tell you, there was one that made me laugh out loud for 5 minutes.
But you'll let people be the judge.
I don't remember what it was. I don't know. I just can't remember what it was.
Right.
Somebody at-mentioned me. I just screamed. Laughter.
Do you want to hear what happened to the bloody
I
clothes?
do, yeah. We should play that.
Then you see Bloody Fundle. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, pause.
The bloody bundle. That's how you do a hypothetical. Yes.
She goes, do you remember that? Not hypothetically, do you remember that? Do you remember that? And he's like, how do I answer this? Yes.
The only thing I'm wondering is, because this was probably an edited interview a little bit, were there moments that we're not seeing where she was saying, hey, now, I know, OJ, don't worry, we're being hypothetical here, and then went back into another question, and then just keeps cutting where she's saying it. So, again, I still think he's confessing.
Yeah.
But in his mind, did she just go, now you found the bloody gloves? Did she say right before, no, again, keeping in mind it's hypothetical and pretending, did you? And then
I doubt it, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like they would have just left that in because it's still, it is what it is. I don't think it would have been a worse TV show had they left that stuff in. I think when you have tape like this of OJ, I would hope that they would realize that the best thing they can do is not be misleading about any of it.
Right.
And let OJ, don't give OJ or his lawyer or anybody anything to back up this claim of like, oh, well, that was
Sure.
edited and they made me look like I was saying, but I wasn't really saying.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I would hope that they wouldn't put themselves
That's
at risk
true.
like that.
That's a bad place to be. Okay. Yeah. Can we hear that again? Sorry.
Yes.
Then you see Bloody Fundle. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And do you remember what happened
Because what are you
next?
going to do with it? You know, somebody's got to get rid of, as you may have called during the trial, is that wear the bloody clothes. So somebody.
You stupid fucking cunt.
What's going on in Judith's head right now, just looking at OJ like, what are you doing?
What are you saying?
Why would you
remember
do
during
this?
the trial?
Yeah, talking about the bloody clothes. Well, they were right. Somebody did have to get rid of them, and it was me.
In your pants pocket, and you had to go back and get it?
You know, to be honest, I think I know that to be true. Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, come on. What?
I know that to be true.
Yeah. Not hypothetically. To be honest, I know that to be true.
He is just a crazy motherfucker who, again, before CT, Mark Gastineau, to digress for 1 second.
Yes.
I want to see if we have audio of that because I couldn't find the audio. It may exist. Has been crying. He's 61, and he said basically, my wife is my career. I'm forgetting things. Football ruined my life. He was in tears or close to tears in this radio interview. I think. So, like, football does the repeated head trauma. I'm not letting OJ off the hook. He may have been a dick anyway, but I really do think these guys from playing football are snapping, and it's just it's what happens to your fucking brain.
They said, what's his name? Aaron Hernandez.
Worst case ever.
Had the worst case of CTE ever.
That does kind of in your mind go, not that it lets you off the hook like you're still a murderer, But it's like, yeah, okay, he's not as fucking evil a piece of shit as I thought he was.
At least it explains how you could be like, this guy was the opposite of evil. How could he, in his private life, be this evil?
Can they test you when you're alive for CTE or no?
I think they can like.
No, I think it can only be diagnosed once you're dead.
Well, I think they can scan your brain because obviously they know when you have a concussion, and if you show there are symptoms that you can show. Like that this is happening, and they'll attribute it to CTE.
After death, the autopsy. Some researchers are actively trying to find a test for CTE that can be used. But yes, during the autopsy, they can check for that. I guess it's so deep in the brain they can't get into it without killing you.
At the point where they're going, clearly these are symptoms that we now know is CTE. So they can't...
Like murder?
Murder's one of them.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, when you start to forget things, but murder is definitely...
Side effects may include murder.
Yeah. Making up friends. They help you murder.
Yes. Side effects may include beating up your wife, cutting her throat.
Yeah. Giving televised confessions for no apparent reason.
Meeting Charlie.
I'm Charlie, the CTE bear. Hello, everybody. It's Charlie.
Maybe that's what the C stands for.
That's right. That's right. Charlie is the mascot for CTE that just shows up. When you start seeing Charlie, all the ex-NFL players right now listening,
they all know who Charlie is.
When you start seeing Charlie, understand, here comes CTE. Do, do, do. Let's go kill your wife.
You're losing your mind.
Yeah.
By the way, Junior Seau shot himself in the chest.
Yeah.
A Hall of Fame football player, so they could study his brain. So that's not. These guys are going through some horrible shit.
Well, you see the Concussion movie with Will Smith?
I did not.
Tell the
but
truth.
I know I should have won the Oscar.
Tell the truth.
No, I do want to see
there's that one football player that was like living in his car, looking like a fucking wreck. In the movie, I don't remember.
Yeah, because the NFL, look, I guess it's a sport, and for a long time they probably didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
But once they know it, just the way they back off, they don't talk about it, but they're just cunts.
There's a ton of the wrestlers from the 90s that used to take, like, because they used to take, like, crazy chair shots to the head and stuff before they knew about any of this stuff. But a bunch of them have agreed to donate their brains to science after they die. X-Pac donating his brain.
And we talked about Benoit. I think they said that could have been the reason he did what he did, too.
A lot
just
of
where you
people
snap,
theorized, because at first they were like, because they said he had the brain of like an 80-year-old. And even when Benoit did it a few years ago, what we now know about concussions and CTE was not prevalent. I was like,
can they still go look at his brain or no? Is that maybe it's too late?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably buried in the ground. You'd have to
get it. Maybe it's rotted. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Or they take it out. I think they take
They
the
don't
brain
bury
out.
you with your brain?
Oh, do they? I don't know.
What would they do with it?
Get rid of it. It's they might not. Biodegradable.
Put it in a shredder?
Yeah, give it to the family in a bag. There you go. Take this home. Look at it.
Here's the brain and the colon.
Yeah, you can just talk to these all day.
Yeah. Use the colon like a tin can phone.
Talk to the brain.
Right.
We also, by the way, we have in a little while we have Ricky Gervais coming in today. We have not promoted that. Promoting his Humanity special on Netflix. It'll be fun to talk to Ricky. I wonder if you saw this.
Do you want to go back to the bloody clothes?
I do very much.
Charlie is hysterical, screaming, "Jesus Christ, OJ, Jesus Christ," and you tell him to shut up.
Yeah, he's in a panic. He was in a panic, and I'm telling him to shut up. Let's get out of here.
That's
So
the
you get
voices
back
in
in
his
the
head.
car?
Yeah.
You've taken your clothes, put them in the bundle.
And drove back and it parked a block away because I knew the limo would be there, and came across the backyard through the 2 tennis courts and, came through the house.
So you went through the neighbors,
Neighbors, yeah, he had a tennis court, then I had a tennis court.
and you go into the house, and what happens in the house?
I ran upstairs to take a shower. I actually ran upstairs and took some of my bags and came back downstairs and put them out front.
I mean, now he's literally segged into...
What really happened, yeah.
This hypothetical story has become what's provable and the truth that we know. And there's no sort of demarcation of, okay, hypothetical ends here, reality ends here. It's just one story.
Poor Ron Goldman. You imagine, and her too, obviously, but you imagine you just go there and all of a sudden there's OJ in a rage with a butcher knife. Like, how fucking horrifying.
Oh my God. Just one, and it's one of those things, it's just one decision. On that night, he decided, I met this girl at this restaurant I was working at, hot, interested in me. Let me go see what's going on over there. Let me go have some fun tonight. And it was a nothing thing.
I wonder if she was fucking him or if literally he was just bringing the sunglasses over.
Or maybe she wasn't fucking him, but there was an understanding that, Yeah, I'll bring my sunglasses over here. Like they were flirting a little bit in the restaurant. Yeah, bring my sunglasses over. You know what that means.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? And so he's like, oh, shit, cool. We're going to party. And then this happens. Terrible. Terrible. Do you want to hear, this was just to, put context around what was being talked about and stuff. The clip about him talking about stalking Nicole, to me, that was like super, super interesting. Stalking _1.
So I had run into her, which they tried to say was stalking because her and some friends were at a opening of a restaurant. I was there with like 16 people. So I'm like, if I'm stalking you with my crew. We're all there too. And I saw her. And
who acts menacing with a whole bunch of guys around him?
That one, I still don't know if that was stalking, if they were just both at the same event.
He was following her around. Come on, the same day he showed up at her house at night.
Probably, yeah. But he might have went after that. He might have seen her at something and then went after that.
He knew she was
He
there.
might have.
I believe.
That's the only one that I don't 100% think. That is the only one that I think actually may have just been same place, same time.
I'm at 100% in my mind, where I think that there was no coincidence there whatsoever.
I'm not giving any benefits of the doubt.
No,
to me, it's not even a big deal either way. It doesn't matter. Like why
I was stalking you. I guess I was doing it with a large group of people.
Right? It's like yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I can go with you.
Covering,
yeah.
And the FBI said he's covering his tracks.
Right. Yeah. Adding people there to create whatever. Yeah.
Our group. Then I went out with my group to a party, but on the way home, I'd say I'll see if she's home because if she's still up, I don't know how late she stayed out. Maybe, I can get something.
They were separated.
They were separated, but they had gotten back together in fun. But the way he's describing it, like, guys, come on, you want to get some.
Us guys, we like chicks. That's the thing about guys, right? Who's with me? Judith, I see you over there. Judith's like, I couldn't be less charmed by you, OJ. I could not possibly be less charmed by you.
So yeah,
go on.
The event. As I approached her front door, she has a window right along the walkway there. I can hear something and I can see movement, and when I look, I can obviously see she was involved in something. I didn't know who it was with or what, and I hit the door and left.
When you knocked on the door,
it's so innocent.
As one would do.
His painting of himself as innocent is so funny to listen to. He's so bad at it.
It's crazy. So I saw she was being intimate with somebody, so I hit the door and left. Like what would anybody else do? You ever do something like that, Troy?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what guys do. Because you're a guy.
That's right.
You get OJ.
The door.
When you hit
I
the
wanted
door,
them to be alert, be aware that somebody's around and maybe they'd move or something. That's all. I didn't even look. I just hit the door twice and left.
I didn't even look.
Just being bashful.
You seeing your ex-wife in there, you wouldn't look.
Oh, I don't see anything. Let me just knock on the door and run away.
Was this the explanation of why he knocked there? Is there more to this clip?
I think that's it, yeah.
Shit, where's the explanation where...
when she goes, you knocked on the door.
And he said, I just wanted to let you know, I go somewhere else. like you wanted to let them know to move to the location. They could be seen.
That's all that was. That's all that was.
Classic ring and run prank.
Yeah, exactly. You see your ex-wife getting fucked, and you just decide to not look.
I ran out of TP. I was gonna, OJ and his pranks. I was gonna TP the front yard, but all I had was this knife.
Now you go there to get some. You go to fuck your ex-wife. But you're not mad she's fucking someone else.
No. Nah. Because you wouldn't be all worked up.
Yeah.
At all. You'd just be like, oh, I guess somebody else is fucking her tonight. Let me just give a rat-tat-tat to let her know. You should go upstairs, honey.
Yeah.
They can see you through the window.
Come on now. Play the next clip because I love the expression he uses in it.
Is that the...
the next one.
The 911?
Yeah, yes. No, yes.
911. That 911 tape that everybody hears me yelling. I'm saying, I don't want these girls around my kids.
Hang on, pause real quick. This was Judith asked OJ about the 911 call that there's tape of.
Yeah, him screaming in the background.
He's screaming in the background, and she's worried. She says to the 911 operator, he's gonna beat the shit out of me.
Yeah,
yeah.
Doing that 911 tape that everybody hears me yelling, I'm saying I don't want these girls around my kids, and that's the only thing that argument on that 911 tape was about. I went to her house and read her the riot act.
I love that OJ read someone the riot act.
Hey, Nicole, don't you break the rules.
I'm reading her the riot act.
Right.
You could hear at one point, it sounds like he screams, and when you were fucking Keith in the living room, you cared about the kids then? Something
Right.
like, you're gonna wake
that
the
was about
kids.
the kids, not about fucking Keith.
She said something, you're gonna wake the OJ, the kids are sleeping. You don't give a fuck when you have fucking Keith in the living room. It's something like that.
Yeah, yeah. When I read the riot act, some people like to do it through a megaphone. I use a knife.
A lot of people don't like the idea of someone fucking their ex-wife with their kids in that. I mean, I get
I would say almost all people on some level
hate that.
Do not like
Sure.
the idea of their ex-wife fucking somebody else when the kids are in the house. Almost all of them don't murder their ex-wives.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not appropriate. Like OJ goes like, I mean, guys, who's with me? You'd be mad, right? And we go, yes. And he goes, so you'd kill her, right? We
No.
go, no, I would not.
Other and would do. And yet, you know, people listen to that tape and made me this horrible person. Whenever they hear that 911 tape, can you believe he's yelling at her about this? Well, when the cops came, it became apparent. She said, I was yelling to her about this and only this. That's the only reason I was there, reading her the riot act, is I don't want these people around my kids.
He's a good dad.
It's just, it would almost be, he'd be more believable if he just said, yeah, I was furious that she was having sex with somebody else.
Right.
I was jealous.
Right. And I was yelling.
Yeah.
Because you can forgive yelling.
Yeah.
Murdering cold blood is tough.
That's a rougher one.
That's a rough one,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a rougher one.
One of the questions that was posed last night on the OJ thing was like, they asked the panel, like, do you think OJ's a good dad? And like, you want to just be like, when you kill the mother of the children with a knife, it takes you out of contention.
Chris Darden on a 1 to 10 gave OJ a -1. He's packed a few on, hasn't he?
Chris Darden has, he's eaten a lot of his feelings.
Hey.
Yeah.
Lost the trial. Hey.
Chris, after he lost the trial, and he didn't get to fuck Marsha Clark, because I do not believe that they fucked. I think he wanted to, and they didn't. But he had just a huge crush on her. And then the OJ show comes out, and the guy from This Is Us just plays him as a bumbling fool. I think he ate his feelings. All those things combined, you're going to eat your feelings. I mean, I watched after the OJ show when they showed him like almost fucking Marsha Clark and then not going through with it.
That doesn't mean anything though. They may have, and they may have just,
I went through like Christopher Darden clips on YouTube and stuff to find his old interviews and stuff, and I found an Oprah appearance. And so I just start watching it. And Oprah's like, whoa, so what's the deal with you and Marsha Clark? Did you or didn't you? Blah, blah, blah. And he said, I won't say, but I think any man would be attracted to Marsha Clark.
He did say, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, you're incorrect.
And you go, no, Chris. The fact that he's still clearly in love with her in that interview after the trial's over leads me to believe that affection was never met. You know what I mean?
No. But
I don't think
he would have said, did you or didn't you? He would have said, no. We're professionals. He said, I won't say. You don't say, I won't say if you didn't fuck someone.
But he wants to have so badly that he wants that energy to still be in the air. You know what I mean?
I think he
That's
did.
my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think he did.
So.
Because I think that if the answer is no, you just go, no, we work together. It's an obvious no because you're...
But that's coming from you who fucks. Chris Darden doesn't fuck much.
Maybe not. I'm sure after that he got some pussy.
From what? People from the celebrity who let OJ go free?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, he was a failure.
Doesn't matter. People were still like, people blame the jury. The jury, I mean, again.
The jury did not ask OJ to try that glove on.
No, they did not. Or put Mark Furman on the stand.
Right.
However, they did fuck the case up. However, he's still famous from that case, and I think people see him and they don't go, you fucking failed. They go, that jury stunk.
Based on the Chris Darden show we saw last night, you think the guy fucks?
No, but I'm sure that he got blown a few times after that with 100%.
Almost as like a novelty?
Dude, he's one of the most famous faces in the country for 2 years. I mean, everyone now, he can't walk down the street, everybody knowing who he is. He's Christopher Darden. The fact that everyone knows the LA prosecutor.
Right. He's the boob from the OJ trial.
Yeah.
And he's like, we won a lot of cases. We did really, really well.
It's not against Cochran.
Right. Right.
But Johnny Cochran ran over them.
Yeah, he did.
And they were friends at first, if you remember.
Yep.
All right, is there any more clips? We should break soon. We have not broken yet, and I don't want to have to break 5 times when Ricky's here.
Right, no, totally. No, I mean, I think we got it.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think we got the rundown. I would recommend people who are interested in this thing checking it out. If you want to go to Mark in San Diego to put a bow on it,
come with me, Mark. Hold on.
On
Mark?
line
There he
2.
is.
Yeah.
Hello, Mark.
Oh, hey, Piss, Jimmy, that podcast has been so dope lately.
Thank you,
Oh,
buddy.
hi, Sam.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Dude, Sam, now that we know about Charlie and OJ definitely didn't do it. Do you think it changed your mom's mind?
You mean because it was hypothetical? You're saying OJ definitely didn't do it. Well, I haven't talked to my mom because I was in Ohio. So I haven't talked to my mom since the show has aired. But on Friday, I saw her before I left. And I asked her if she was going to watch the OJ show. And then I said, by the way, do you think he's innocent? And she replied, Sam, I think he's guilty as sin. And then she goes, and then I started laughing because I've said that she said that, and then she goes, and I don't talk like that. She definitely does.
She does?
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, Sam, you look fresh as fuck last night, brother. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you very, very much. It was a fun time.
All right, thank you very much, Mark.
I thought the clip of him saying that it's almost like Ron and Nicole killed him.
Oh my God!
Let's play that. Yes. Let's
Yeah,
play that
let me
before
see
we
if
go.
that's here.
It is there. It is there. Yes.
Because he's got a point.
He does.
It's like the
yeah.
third one down.
Yeah. OJ Simpson _1 is what the name of the clip is. Yeah, no, great call, Travis. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, not only is he crazy, all this Charlie stuff, like he wasn't just delusional in the moment. OJ Simpson is an evil, delusional.
He's just crazy.
Idiot.
It's just nuts.
Yeah, but it's delusion.
Yeah.
And it's delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
Let's go to OJ Simpson _1.
Did you feel lost?
In many ways, yeah. It's almost like you were.
So they're asking him at this point about the note that was clearly a suicide note that he left.
Yes.
After he left the note right before he got in the Bronco.
Yeah.
And started driving with the gun to his head that AC was driving.
Did you feel lost?
In many ways, yeah. It's almost like you were. Ron and Nicole were physically dead, and it's almost like they killed me. Who I was attacked and murdered also in that short period of time. And once again, I to this day, it bugs me that it seems that people wanted me to be guilty, and that really bothered me.
I ran all these yards. I starred in all these movies. And all of a sudden, I kill 2 people, and everybody acts like I'm the evil one.
He really is a delusional guy.
Yeah,
he's a delusional guy.
On some, he feels animosity towards the people that he clearly, based on this interview, killed. In my opinion,
and they were also
for dying. For he feels animosity about people that he, in all likelihood, killed for ruining his reputation.
And he has such anger at Nicole too. They said that there was a thing where he went to the grave and he was screaming at the grave.
Yeah. And
apparently the friend remembered. She goes, now that makes sense. And Judith and the moderator goes, what? She goes, one time she heard from Nicole's family that they said that the grave. The people at the cemetery called and said, OJ's at the grave and he's screaming. And they were scared. And they said, and that the Brown family just had called police. Like he admitted that he was still angry at her after. He goes, just because someone dies, your anger doesn't go away.
We have that clip if you want it.
Oh, yeah, let's hear that. Sorry, folks.
OJ Heaven _1.
Do you believe in heaven and hell?
Yes.
Do you believe that you're going to see Nicole someday?
Yes.
Oh.
You do?
And my mother, my dad, surely did.
And what
all
will you
4
say
of
to
us
her?
burning together.
That's the most honest thing he said.
Yeah.
I surely do. He really does believe that.
He truly believes his Hertz commercials outdid any murder. His time with the Buffalo Bills and selling those rent-a-cars outshined any murder.
Well, he's so crazy that he really thinks when he's like, he really thinks that they understand that that's not really him and he just made a mistake.
Yeah. I blacked out, man. What do you want from me? It wasn't me. It was Charlie.
Surely did.
And what will you say to her?
I haven't thought of that. I would hug her. If there's a heaven, there's a hell. They know. I don't have to explain anything. They know. That's what heaven and hell is all about.
Do you ever talk to her in your mind?
No, I prayed to her. I've got on my knees and said to her, hey, look, I've cursed her. I've been to her gravesite and why? What the hell? Look at these kids. Look at Sydney with no mother. I've done that. I've done that.
Well, he's basically saying, why did you make me do that? Why were you
blaming her?
Yes. I told you this would happen. I told you to just listen to me.
Look at these kids with no mother.
All you had to do was sit at home and not do anything.
Exactly. While I was cheating, you weren't supposed to.
Exactly. That's what it is. You did this to yourself, and you ruined my reputation.
Yeah. My movies.
That's all right. He's going to give her a big hug.
In heaven.
Yeah.
In heaven.
They know. They understand. Like, he's basically saying they know me. They'll forgive me.
That gives a new meaning to tears in heaven. Nicole in heaven would go, no! Ah! Like,
You imagine Nicole, she's up there fucking, she's probably taking dick from every great fucking football player who ever lived.
All
he
of
shows
them.
up in cock blocks. Yeah, Marcus Allen did fuck her. He's denied it to this day, though. Marcus Allen has denied to this day that he fucked her.
that one I believe was a fuck.
I do, too.
I don't. I believe that Marsha Clark, that what's his name, Chris Darden, could not seal the deal. I believe Marcus Allen did seal the deal.
Yeah, and I like that he said that Nicole would call and ask him for advice with guys. Shut up.